10 o'clock, good morning from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. The Titans made some transactions on Thursday, placing tackle J.C. Latham and safety Amani Hooker on the physically unable to perform list heading into training camp. The team also waived tackle Ryan Hayes and signed Zach Thomas. In other NFL news, the Ravens waived former Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia on Thursday. Pavia signed with Baltimore as a UDFA after the draft. Nashville Soccer Club is on the road tomorrow looking for a 6th consecutive win as they take on Orlando City. Kickoff is at 6:30. Pre-game coverage on The Zone starts at 6. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Happy Friday. You made it. Congratulations. We are with you collectively, Lucas, Robert, and me, until 1 o'clock, as is the custom. 615-737-1045 is the number. Although Kroll is here every day, so I should probably include Kroll in that mix at this point. We are looking forward to today's show. We've got a lot of fun things to talk about. Some not-so-fun things to start with. If you're a Titans fan, we talked yesterday about the Nick Scourton injury, and obviously nothing that extreme. Did you guys see he tore his ACL officially, the Panthers linebacker, yesterday in practice? That's a tough way for Panthers fans to start the season. So wishing him the best. Obviously, his year is done. Just a few snaps into his first training camp practice of his second year. But for Titans fans, they're looking around at their offensive line and they're thinking, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Carmen Brasilia is going to come in here, wave his magic offensive line wand in a way that Bill Callahan couldn't. And an offensive line that doesn't look that good on paper outplays expectation. And that's fine. And it may still be true. But to have J.C. Latham starting training camp on PUP, which is the physically unable to perform list, along with Amani Hooker, the veteran safety, who is, I think, by a considerable margin now the longest tenured Titan. For J.C. Latham in particular, that's gonna rankle Titans fans just a little bit before camp starts, yes?
It's not great. I mean, J.C. Latham has, when you just talk about the two of them, a lot more to prove than Amani Hooker, right?
Oh, yeah.
For obvious reasons.
And Amani didn't have the best year, coming off a contract extension that I think he got like the day before the Broncos game.
It was a revolving door next to him at safety, and obviously the Titans struggled to find a pass rush until late in the year. Then they started trading everybody. Corner group, also a revolving door. So, yeah, I'm not going to slam Amani Hooker for last year. But this is a huge year for J.C. Latham, right? Like this is the most important season of J.C. Latham's short NFL career so far. He could rejoin the squad pretty much at any given moment in the next few weeks, but it's not great, obviously, for him to start training camp.
It's just, can you get started on the right foot? And the answer for J.C. Latham will be no.
Yeah.
Now, how long it lasts is at the end of the world. It's nothing of long-term consequence, we think, as of today, has happened to J.C. Latham, both for what it's worth. I saw Kaharski put this out pretty shortly afterwards. Both are considered to be shorter-term injuries that will not bog these two. I mean, J.C. Latham's heading into year 3, so veteran players.
So we don't know the designation.
They don't have to designate.
Yeah.
They don't have to designate. We don't get injury reports at this time of year. So rookies are there. Meetings, orientation, additional orientations, things of that nature. Coaches, the full extent of the coaching staff will be there on Monday, though most people have been back in the building since, about after July 4th, and then everybody else on Tuesday with the start of camp, on Wednesday with the start of camp on Thursday. So for J.C. Latham, to your point, Lucas, we're talking about a situation. Now, has J.C. Latham been better as a first-round pick on the offensive line than Peter Skoronski at any point in their first 2 years? You would probably say no.
No.
You look at Peter coming off of heading into last season, I think there were still reasonable questions about, okay, is this guy, first round pick time? Let's see you live up to your pedigree. This is the 11th overall pick in the draft. He's a guard, interior offensive line. There was some criticism there about taking a guard that high, given the other team needs, but whatever. So let's see Peter Skoronski in year 3. And he was great. He's a great player on a bad offensive line. Agreed?
Yep. Yeah.
And it's tough for greatness to show through as an individual on a 5-man unit when things are falling apart around you and your quarterback is working through the ebbs and flows, any normal ebbs and flows of a rookie season. There's just going to be a lot on your plate. But even still, the analysis of him in this ESPN top 10 list was what? That he has elite characteristics. Now, I don't know enough whether to agree or disagree with that, right? I'm not going to pretend to know more about offensive line and the science of the position, the way that these executives, coaches, and scouts who are being polled about it were. But Peter Skoronski is considered to be an above-average player. So this could have been that season for J.C. Latham. It could still be, right? It doesn't detract from that. But it's getting started off on the wrong foot, if for no other reason, optically. But of course, you want everybody as healthy as humanly possible. So if it's precautionary and you get them back, for example, pads aren't on until when? It's like the second week of camp?
Yeah, there's plenty of time for Latham.
There's plenty of time. So it's something that's not going to make you feel super good when you see the news item on a Thursday afternoon.
Especially with the depth at tackle as it currently stands.
And that's the other thing.
Concerning.
Because the other thing, and Jimmy said as much. I was reading his mailbag recently, and he was talking about maybe a positional preview, but he was talking about Jim Wyatt, of course, TennesseeTitans.com. He was talking about swing tackle depth. And his point there is well taken because, Robert, you brought up yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, that Oli Udoh has signed where? Is he an Arizona Cardinal?
That's correct.
An Arizona Cardinal. So Oli Udoh, who was would we have called him a serviceable swing tackle when Latham was dealing with this hip injury last year? Serviceable. Not good, not great, not could he replace J.C. Latham, but good enough for a couple of games. We would say yes. So that player's no longer on the roster, and the scheme has changed, right? So there's things about, they waived this Ryan Hayes guy. They're bringing in Zachary Thomas, as Lucas told you in his update. He's a player who's started a number of games in his career, but he hadn't played since 2024 in the regular season with a couple of different teams. You're not going to find great corners right now. You're not going to find great tackles, but you have to find somebody that's serviceable enough. What are the options? Brandon Crenshaw-Dixon. Did we feel good about that experience last year? He played a little bit, UDFA out of Florida.
It's him and Austin Deculus. Like that is essentially your tackle depth as it currently stands.
And what is the nickname that you've bestowed upon Deculus?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Let's not make this a thing. Like last year with Prochet, I had real vitriol for him, but I don't want to make this a thing where I make fun of a player and we just automatically make me the bad guy. But his name is Austin Doo-Doo Deculus.
Yeah, thank you.
I would also accept Austin Dookie Deculus. Austin Dookie Soup Deculus.
You're going to have a TMZ situation like I did a couple of years ago if you're not careful.
What is he gonna do?
Run
Deck
up
me
on
less?
you. Deck you less.
I'm gonna deck you more.
Deck you more.
So Austin Deculus.
Say his name.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah. Oh, come on. This
it's
can't
different if I say it. I can't say that. You can say that.
Okay, you just need to pause in the middle so I can add it in there.
So just say Austin
Dookie
Deculus.
Yes. Dookie Soup. My beautiful bride. Oh, they're playing a joke on me. That's what Cam's going to say if Austin Deculus ever has to play tackle for him. They're playing a joke on me.
It's really he's really bad, right? He's a really bad player. He was on that Chargers offensive line last year after the injury struck them, right? And how many teams are going to be able to survive? The fact the Chargers still made the playoffs without Slater and without Alt for a good chunk of the season, for the vast majority of the season, is crazy. So the fact that you're down to Austin Deculus, but think about that. Think about how steep the drop-off was between a starting caliber tackle and that guy. And it's not like that guy's alone, right? How many Austin Deculuses have we had?
Deculi.
Good correction by you. How many Austin Deculi have we had come through here the last couple of years? Many.
Several.
Many. So it is just something, again, nobody's saying tear your hair out. Nobody's saying scream to the heavens about why God me, why me, why again with Titans and offensive line issues. Don't do that yet. Maybe there will be a time, but that time is not today. We're just saying something to monitor. We are now officially, exciting, we're in the something to monitor phase. We got training camp next week. We will then be able to watch the things that we have earmarked to monitor. Progress, Lucas.
Sure.
No.
Football.
Not yet.
Football. Football. Football.
The Hall of Fame game is 2 weeks from yesterday.
My favorite is just there's a brief moment of silence in that clip, and somebody just says, "Football." I love that.
So close, I can
Is that the feeling in your loins right now? Is that the sounds that you're making on the inside? Just post-coital sounds of football.
No, it's like this is like being an 8-year-old and your 9th birthday is in 2 weeks and time feels like it stands still.
God,
so I
that's
try
so
not
true.
to focus on it. I try not to think about it. I'm just going to let it come here organically.
I mean, that's 2 weeks until the Hall of Fame game.
Yes, that's when football will be back. Don't you disparage any live action football that is played. Because I just can't get into game replays. I don't know about you guys. Like when NFL Network's on, it's like even if it's a good game, I can't get into it. I need the new. I need the now.
Well, I mean, not games that I've already seen or that I know like the outcome, but if it's a game that I got to work, I'll watch it. Like if it's a crazy Derrick Henry performance that I haven't seen in a while and I know that I worked that game from a different angle, it's cool to watch those.
They just don't do it for me. I need the real thing. I need to mainline
Games that you've been at?
I need to mainline it. Stick it straight in my
Now,
vein.
I know you watch Tennessee games, rewatch Tennessee games, or at least go back and look stuff up. There's no way. You couldn't have that good of a memory about these things without having seen or recollecting them from time to time.
Well, you think I'm just sitting there watching 3-hour games?
No. I mean, but like going back and watching YouTube stuff. You don't do that?
No, I don't think so.
You don't do that with World Cup stuff? I mean, you watch clips.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I mean, there's certain, like, why? Why do you
I just
think that I do that?
Because I think it's very impressive that your ability to recollect a lot of these things, and I can't remember what we did yesterday.
Well, I think when you have an emotional investment in something, it tends to stick around in your mind a little more.
There's a pain or a joy associated with it.
Yes, it just kind of has staying power. And also, those are the landmarks. Do you guys do this? I was talking about this with when I was with football and other F words the other day with Zach and Stoney, where throughout my entire life, or even in the last calendar year, certain games or seasons are like the landmarks in my memory, where I'm like, oh, yeah, that was in 2016. I remember because we had just watched the Tennessee-South Carolina game where this happened. Like that.
You use it as a point to remember something of actual real-life consequence that happened.
No, yes, absolutely. Like that.
Because you remember that you were in an East Nashville bar screaming, kill him during,
yes,
Tennessee, Texas Tech or something.
Like Tennessee and college football games and seasons and World Cups are my landmarks in my mind, in my memory, like in terms of looking back at the calendar of my life.
I feel that I do that more post-pandemic. Like for some reason, things that happened pre-2020 feel like 1935 to me. The way that period of time just kind of exists as a stopping point and then a restarting point for a lot of things post-pandemic. I feel like I do that a lot more lately. Now, maybe that's some brain fog. Maybe that's some carryover. I don't know.
I mean, Robert, are you like this with like Ravens games? Because I have a thing where like when I think back about the Tennessee-Bama game last year and Joey Aguilar throwing that pick six right before halftime, and then the second half and Tennessee kind of working to get back into it, but ultimately Bama pulling away. I remember that game so well because I get transported back to where I was watching that game or listening to that game. I was leaving Geodis Park after doing a Nashville SC Inter-Miami game, listening to Mike Keith's Vol Network call on the radio while driving to somebody else's house to watch the second half of that game. Like, I could do that with almost every Tennessee game of my life. I could tell you where I watched it and who I was with. Are you like that at all with Ravens games? Or do you just remember the game itself?
With the good ones. The
Just
good ones I remember.
See, the bad ones maybe stick in my memory even more.
No, I completely erase those with cigarettes and bath water that's perfectly temp. So if the good ones, like if you were to tell me Ravens Vikings from 2021, I remember exactly where I was. We were doing a remote at an Irish pub in North Carolina, and the Ravens inevitably went down by like 24-10. They were down about 2.5 scores. They needed some real juice. The game ended up being 34-31. Ravens ended up pulling it out. So I remember the good ones.
Okay.
The bad ones, I don't know what year.
I think most people are like you, though. Like the trauma of witnessing live, in particular, a bad loss.
Yeah, it sticks. Like you could throw any Tennessee game post 2006, and I will tell you exactly where I was and who I was with while watching. And I don't know why that is.
Please hold.
What am I holding for?
You're going to pull up a game.
He's going to pull up a random game.
Hold on.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
No, I think you can do this. You are better at this than the average person.
We'll just do the one.
I'll give you an easy one because this one should probably stick in your mind a little more. The year is 2015, October 10th, playing at home against number 19 Georgia.
2015 Georgia, yeah. I mean, I was there. I was like 4 rows up. That's the best seat I ever had in Neyland as a student for that comeback. We were down 21 and stormed back and won.
So who are you with?
Oh, the usual suspects, the guys you know.
Oh, okay.
The Blues, the Jacks, the Jays of the world.
Is it Jay or?
Theoretically.
No.
Theoretically. Well, good. Do you want another
The fact
one?
that Kroll said
more.
The fact that Kroll walked up to him or who was sitting across from him at Hattie B's and goes, "Oh, you're theoretically from the chat." I thought that was adorable.
Can you give me one post-college?
Oh, after college. See, I went to 2008.
Oh, sure.
Where were you? I mean, can it be only home games?
It could be any game.
Okay. Tell me about November 8th in 2008, a loss to Wyoming. 13-7.
That's a game that got Phil Fulmer fired.
That's
so that is
very visceral.
Yeah, just in the living room watching with my dad as a middle schooler. Yes.
Did he let
cry?
you say a cuss word?
Did you?
Oh, I don't think I cried. I cried when we lost the SEC championship to LSU the year before. I definitely cried, but no, that was just watching that game at home. Terrible.
Okay,
when's the last time a Ravens
13-7, 13-6,
something like that? Yeah, I'm already off.
When's the last time a Ravens game made you cry?
Billy Cundiff missing that kick against the Patriots. I was in high school. I threw a pillow, broke a lamp, got my ass whooped.
Because that then started the Justin Tucker era.
Right. Because, I mean, then the next year.
I remember that Billy Cundiff game.
Well, it depends.
What year was that?
2011? It depends who you ask. Maybe that was 2010, actually.
Yeah.
But depends who you ask because it could have been Lee Evans' fault. We're dropping the ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
It could have. I mean, if he would have caught that, you wouldn't have needed a Billy Cundiff kick. So my vitriol for both of those players are very high. Let's go back to, you want a post-college game? Do you want a good game or a bad game? Good game, bad game?
Doesn't matter.
Give them a good game. I think the good games are tougher.
Well,
because the bad games, like
then.
when Tennessee loses to Wyoming, that's a crisis.
Yeah, like I remember where I was when 2019 Georgia State. Like
that's what I was going to do.
I was at Jay's
that's
house.
funny because
I was at Theoretically's house.
But like, I think that Vols fans are so traumatic, and why wouldn't you be? Like, I remember where I was when they lost to Georgia State. We were getting ready to do that game against Cleveland, and people had talked about the Browns being Super Bowl contenders because that's Baker, that's Odell, that's Jarvis, and the Titans opened with them, and that's Delaney Walker saying after the fact, after they beat the crap out of them in Cleveland, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah,
like
classic.
But I remember watching that game in a Marriott lobby bar with Tehran, and Tehran looking over at me and being like, "Who's this coach?" I'm like, "Oh, Jeremy Pruitt. What are you going to do?"
Would you rather me bring up a 2018 September 1st loss to West Virginia?
I was at Jay's house.
Or a November 10th, 2018 win against Kentucky? Number 11 Kentucky, 24-7.
Oh, I was at that game. I was covering that game, actually. But nobody asked me to, but I went and I did it.
Who is Christ, and why the hell did you make him start against number 1 Alabama?
Oh, Dane Christ.
Oh, my God. Dane, like, I know Dane Christ.
58-21.
Wait.
Dane Christ, Notre Dame?
No, hold on. Yeah, my memory took me straight back to Notre Dame.
This is Keller.
Keller Christ. Stanford transfer.
I was going to say.
Yeah, my fault. You're right. Dane Christ was the Notre Dame.
Like, what?
No. That's years prior. Keller Chris.
I used to watch.
Why
Notre
did
Dame
he
football.
have to start against Alabama? Did Garantano get hurt?
Yeah, a deep cut of all deep cut, or he got benched. I don't even remember. I mean, Keller Chris transferred from Stanford to play that 1 year. Talk about a deep cut quarterback.
In the 2 games that apparently Chris started, or he was the best passer, the 2 games that he started in 2018. Missouri was the other one.
Got 50-17.
108 total points scored against him.
Barry
This guy
Odom.
was never going to win.
Barry Odom's Missouri smacked.
What year was this?
18. Pruitt's first year.
Okay.
He had, oh man.
You know why I know that score? Because
I don't remember that one
Tennessee
at all.
has lost to Missouri 50-17 multiple times. And if I'm not mistaken, I think in back-to-back years. I think in 2017, Butch and Tennessee lost to Missouri 50-17. And then in 2018, it happened. Derek Dooley was calling plays for Missouri.
Was Garantano allergic to Missouri? He also didn't start that game. A man by the name of Will McBride.
Will McBride, McHeisman. Yeah, we called him McHeisman.
No, you didn't.
That was very tongue-in-cheek. Believe me, it was.
No, you did.
That's cruel.
He ended up transferring to SMU.
He's
I
back
think.
here. He's working on something.
No.
Another deep cut Tennessee quarterbacks.
Should we just do this today? Can you do this with Ravens
this
games?
is
This is so much fun.
Really fun for us. I can't imagine it's fun for the listening audience.
I don't know. I feel like there's enough Vols fans. Like if we did it with Vols and Titans games, especially.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I don't know. People just line up and call in. Where were you when the Titans lost to the Ravens 21-0? Just doing that.
oh my God.
Oh, what was that? The 8-sack game?
Yeah,
that
was
the
so
Darius
bad.
Smith.
That was like
Everybody got a sack.
That was one of Joe Flacco's last games with the Ravens, if I remember, and it was one of Marcus's last games with the Titans. for
Weather
sure.
was awful.
Oh, you know who was great that game? Ravens linebacker Patrick Awanusur.
Oh.
He was
I
like
remember
the
that name for he didn't play very long at all. Though.
He was a UDFA, ran out the contract, went to go play for the Jets, I believe.
People in the chat, this is sick.
Okay. Where were you the day Diego Pavio was waived by the Ravens?
Sitting on my couch, exactly where Pavia will be. No, I'm just kidding. We'll talk about it coming up next. Welcome back to the show. All right, the feedback is overwhelming. People want us to do this at some length, right? So we're not going to do it for the rest of the show. But are we going to kind of Russian roulette our way through this
We'll just
with one another?
Sprinkle them in.
So at some point, Lucas is just going to turn, look at Robert and say, 2012 Ravens. Ooh, I don't want to do this too early because I can probably do a 2012 Ravens game for you.
Oh, dude, 2011 Ravens against the Rams, the Torrey Smith breakout game. 3 touchdowns. I thought that dude was going to be Randy Moss.
So we're going to do this with the Vols. We're going to do this with the Titans. Maybe Lucas throws a few Ravens games at Robert with some intersection that's relevant. We do have the rare the rare Vol and Ravens fan in the audience, Josh Griffin, our buddy at Lola's European Cafe, which is just down the street from us.
Great spot.
Ooh, we need to go over there and get some gelato.
Man, the gelato, the sandwiches.
Coffee, yeah.
The coffee is excellent.
The espresso. Lucas, we get the affogato there sometimes with the gelato.
What is affogato? Is it ice cream in coffee?
Yeah, it's affogato means drowning in Italian.
Oh,
you
God.
literally drown the gelato in the espresso. That's all it is. It's just a scoop of espresso or a scoop of gelato in espresso, or just pouring the espresso over the gelato.
They also, I think the owner's name is Joe. When Joe came out there with those hot dogs that one day, like all different kind of hot dogs, those hot dogs slapped.
Don't even get me started.
Oh.
I totally forgot about those hot dogs.
It's been too long. We need team lunch at Lola's in the near future. Anyway, Griff is a Ravens and a Vols fan, which is a very specific intersection
Jamal Lewis, baby.
of our
Jamal
audience.
Lewis. Shout out Jamal Lewis. Is he the best Vol to ever play for the Ravens? Has to be. I mean, 2,000 yard rusher.
far and away.
It's not close. Yeah.
Who's another one?
Who's the bald tackle? Play for the Broncos, hurt his leg.
Juwan James.
Juwan James
He was a good
played
player.
for the Ravens.
Did he?
Okay, so they signed him basically on a 2-year deal where they would let him sit year 1 and heal, and then he would be the right tackle the next year. He had a setback very early in the season. He didn't play a ton. Let me double check. I think that there is another one that I am missing that is decent.
Anyway, so Pavia, speaking of the Ravens and local ties, Diego Pavia was signed to a UDFA contract by Baltimore, and it was a crowded quarterback room. Robert, how many quarterbacks did the Ravens have at their most full point?
Morgan Cox, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
man.
wow, that's on us.
That was
no, that's a collective failure.
Yeah.
That's on. I'll take
That's a
that.
collective
I'll take
failure.
The brunt
I
of
think of him now as a Titan.
He's a Titan. Yeah.
Titans legend.
Or he just
How long was he in Baltimore? 13 years?
Long time.
A long time.
God,
Literally played with Ramon at Tennessee.
that's
Do
crazy.
you remember Jay Graham? Oh, that was before your time, Lucas.
A kicker?
Running back.
Running back. Not so good off-field situation this past fall.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know what he's talking about, right?
What about Obrio Franklin?
Okay.
No.
Ubravo Franklin. 5th round pick. Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
So Pavia doesn't even make it to training camp.
Oh, your question about Pavia. They carried 4 initially going into minicamp.
And the 4 were?
Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, Joey Fagnano out of Connecticut, and Diego Pavia.
So, and Fagnano was drafted.
No, UDFA.
UDFA.
Yeah, but much older guy, kind of like Pavia. Both of them similar age situations where not really a lot of developmental runway as far as youth is concerned.
So, and the thing that I asked Robert was, how many passes is he actually throwing? Because you were citing some practice reports, and I said, well, the Titans have 4 quarterbacks, or have, as of today, 4 quarterbacks on the roster, the 4th being Hendon Hooker. And for the last, I might say, at least 2, maybe 3 practices that media was out there for, Hendon Hooker's not throwing passes during team drill. He'll participate in individual, but Levis is taking all of the snaps available at the end after they get through Cam and Trubisky.
And forgive me, what comes after rookie minicamp? Like rookies come in and then they have...
We go to rookie minicamp, then we have... Well, you can have voluntary OTAs before the draft if you're hiring a new coach.
Right.
And then rookie minicamp, then we start the voluntary portion, and there's a couple of days every week, or maybe 2 weeks, 2 weeks where they have some level of voluntary OTAs before mandatory minicamp.
So during the new head coach portions of practice, where it was still 4 quarterbacks that we mentioned before, Diego was taking as I understand it, reading people, obviously I didn't get to watch this,
Sure.
but he was taking the fourth string reps, and Joey Fagnano kind of outplayed him. He looked better throwing on the run. Apparently, the reports were that Diego's balls looked a little ducky, a little wobbly, while Fagnano's spirals and throws looked a little tighter and more on point. After that, they signed Skylar Thompson, who started the playoff game for the Miami Dolphins a couple years back, and that was the death sentence.
Forgot about that. Man, the Dolphins have the worst quarterback luck in the playoffs.
Matt Moore
Having to start that game against the Steelers. Like, I have such visceral memories of that game because of how brutally that Steelers defense went after him.
They beat the hell out of him.
God.
This is a terrible time to get cut, too, right? I mean, teams probably have their quarterback room going into camp.
Well, I think these things are pretty fluid when you get to that part of the roster.
Yeah,
I think
but he's probably not going to start training camp with an NFL team.
Well,
you think he gets picked up? Like if
training camp has started.
Yeah, like teams are reporting as we speak.
So yes, I think what you're saying is fair because teams have already started reporting for camp. Everybody will have reported by next week. So there may be some truth in that. But the first day that the Titans are on the practice field isn't until Thursday, right? Of next week. We have a little bit of breaking sports news.
We have some massive breaking sports news.
Breaking sports news on 104.5 The Zone.
Shams, it has been quadruple checked. It is not fake. The decision, part $1 million for LeBron James. He is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal with a player option. Not the Heat, not the Cavs, not the Warriors. He is partnering up with Joel Embiid in Philadelphia.
And Jaylen Brown, who they just signed a mega deal to.
2 years, $8 million for LeBron.
He's really, it's not quite vet minimum.
No, basically, he said, give me the scraps. I'm going to go try to win a championship with Joel Embiid and Jaylen Brown.
Were you guys watching odds on this at all as far as gambling markets
go? I know that Miami had surged ahead in recent days.
So the 76ers...
And that was before the YouTube screw-up where Miami pre-published a press conference, an introductory press conference with LeBron that got their YouTube manager fired.
Right. The 76ers have been slowly growing in the odds market. Initially, the top three were the Heat, the Cavs, the Warriors. And then at some point this last week, the 76ers became even odds with the Warriors at plus 500. So someone knew something, and the reports were that LeBron delayed his announcement a week. So this slipped out somewhere, but I still would have never picked this.
This is shocking, right? I am not, ears to the ground, listening to podcasts, keeping up with everything.
It's shocking because the thing that I was most definitive about when we've been talking about LeBron James, because nationally, Lucas, we have talked about is damn LeBron James.
I'm sure, yeah, but this was not like the Sixers were not part of the discussion.
Well,
right?
they were because of this. Look, Robert, you let me know when you have this audio because I've played this audio on the national show before. This Fanatics Fest, okay? When did Fanatics Fest start, by the way? Is this some kind of recent invention?
2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, so it's fairly recent. And there's a lot of obviously superstar athlete appearances. That's where this Jake Paul, Tom Brady thing started. LeBron James, Lucas, in this audio clip that we're about to hear, is doing a podcast, and he's being asked, what's the podcast? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay,
yeah,
that's all right.
Not, classified.
Where am I giving credit to then on Twitter?
Anthony Rivardo, Rivardo.
Okay, on Twitter has this video of LeBron James making a podcast appearance at Fanatics Fest, and listen to the line that he drops.
I want to, join a franchise that kind of shares the same, motto as myself, and that's like practicing championship habits every day, but trusting the process more than anything. I think you trust the process of actually getting to that point.
I knew it was going to be trust the process. That's so funny. The reaction.
So the crowd.
All right.
It's funny in the tweet. This was published July 17th, so about a week ago.
Also, Lucas just broke the Brett Kern bobblehead.
What?
You just slammed your
Did
hands
it break?
Someone save him.
Down on
Get
the
those
table.
cheeks up on that table,
So
and you
seriously.
retrieve him.
No, it's on Buck's side. Buck
Buddy,
has to
you're
get it.
about to get a view if he gets up there.
No, it didn't fall on my side.
Cutting your mic off, go retrieve him.
Did not fall.
Can we put a camera on that
He didn't
thing?
break. He's fine.
Are you sure?
I think he's good. I mean, you have a better
You
view.
think he's good?
You could reach around that computer and just grab it.
Oh, yeah. Arm absolutely snapped off. The arm holding the ball
Lucas.
for Brett Kern
I'm sorry,
to
Brett.
punt.
How is he going to retrieve punts, dude? He's going to have to chest it.
I'm so sorry, Brett.
No.
The one-armed punter.
No, Nubby. Don't do that
The
to
head's
him.
still on,
The
though.
leg still works.
Okay, that's
the bobble leg.
Sorry, Brett.
It's
The
bobbling.
bobble leg still
I'm
works.
sorry,
We got to
Brett.
get him a hook hand now so he can hook that ball.
Where's the hand with the ball? We're just going to find a severed little baby hand with a ball under the console later on in the show.
Dadgummit.
He had
That's why we
literally
can't
just
have
texted
nice
me.
things.
I need to text Brett back. He was texting me about plans for football season, which is right around the corner. So he will shame you appropriately in person when Brett Kern
That's
returns to the
fine.
radio show.
That's fine. LeBron on Twitter minutes ago said, another championship. I believe I can help make the Philadelphia 76ers a championship team, and I am so excited to energize a new fan base and start this incredible journey one last time. Thank you, L.A., Miami, I'll forever love, and Northeast Ohio will always be home.
He said, I'm not going back to Ohio again. You can't make me.
He didn't
You
confirm.
can't make me.
He didn't confirm this is the last season, but he did say it's the last decision, basically.
Those injury reports when he and Joel Embiid are out are going to be soul crushing during the regular season.
I love LeBron just with the Easter egg of trust the process. That's funny.
And then, he tried to downplay it afterwards. He's like, no, that's just something you say.
Nah.
No, it's not just something you say.
Ooh, they have Dwayne Wade's son on the team, Dean Wade.
I don't think that's.
No, he's a white guy. I just didn't know how much y'all watch basketball. They do have Slay's guy Phylon though.
Oh, yeah.
Phylon.
Oh, yeah. That's
Philadelphia. I mean, the roster's good, especially now that they got rid of Paul George. Like, what are the Celtics doing? What are the Celtics doing? No, but that's not a dumb organization, Robert. Like, that's the thing that makes me insane about that. We didn't really talk about that trade. We don't do a lot of NBA talk.
Oh, LeBron tweet. Oh, the tweet I read was the end of a thread. So LeBron actually said
good. There's
just
more.
6 minutes ago, he said, I thought I was done when the season ended. I wasn't ready to announce it, and I knew I needed some time to really decide, but I was pretty sure I played my last game. I was honest at that last press conference when I said I needed to look at myself and decide if I still love this game. I still truly love this game, and I have more to give. The last few weeks have really been special. I've never been able to have no clue what to do and take real time just to think. I've had an incredible few months with all the people I love trying to figure it all out. This is my last decision. I'm not going for money. I'm not going for family. What am I really playing for at this point? I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete to win and to have a chance at the feeling of winning another championship. And that's where he says he believes he can make the Sixers a championship team.
So they've
Make
got
them like.
well.
He said, I believe I can help make the 76ers a championship team.
That's the correct way to phrase it. Because he's no longer. I mean, he's still a top 20 player. Like, I don't want to be dismissive of him just because I was dismissive of how the hell long this took for him to get it done. But he's going to be 42 years old. I mean, did you watch much of him last year?
Maxey too.
Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to move. I don't think Maxey is long for that roster.
Well, and Caleb. Well, I don't. At this point, why not? You've got LeBron on it. It's a 2-year, $8 million deal.
No, I know it's crazy.
They also have Caleb Love,
Yeah,
like another big shooter. Like I love their guards.
Good young core, big three,
and just enough room for Bronny.
No, they don't. They don't have any money. That's why he had to take $4 million a year. The fact that LeBron James is going to pay, and again, he's going to make just incredible amounts of money off the court as he always has. LeBron James is not only going to make $4 million next year. And I know some of you roll your eyes at only $4 million, but it's still an insane thing for the face of the NBA at 42 to be playing the way that he is and playing for actual vet minimum. Because that's the thing I was most definitive about, Lucas. I was like, no way in hell. No way. That completely takes Philly off the table.
What's the record for individual NBA players in history, I wonder, on amount of titles spread out over different teams? You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like
It would have to be a role player.
Yeah, a journeyman, which is, I guess, what LeBron kind of is at this point. No, I mean, he was in L.A. for almost a decade. But if he does reach that mountaintop for his 5th title with Philly, then that will be 4 franchises that he helps win an NBA
Yeah, I mean,
championship.
it can't be a notable player. Like, it's not, it's not like you're not going to find Kareem or anything like that, or obviously Jordan. Man, that's a great question. That's like a Nick Suss question. I feel like Suss would be able to find the answer to that.
Only 4 NBA players in history have
This is
won.
Google AI. Just quickly, before I undermine you. Continue.
Do you have an answer?
No.
All right, well then shut up. 4 players in NBA history have won titles with 3 different teams. Would you guys like to name them?
I'm
4
looking at it.
players have won NBA titles with 3 different teams.
LeBron.
Correct.
Kawhi only won with 1.
Robert Horry won
Okay.
7 titles with the Rockets, Lakers, and Spurs.
Yeah, just give us the
Danny
answers.
Green,
Danny Green, for
Raptors,
sure.
Spurs, Lakers, and John Sally, who I was unfamiliar with the Pistons, Bulls, and Lakers.
Mad Dog Russo would be furious at you for not being familiar with John
I can't
Sally.
know everyone. I can't know
I
everyone.
know, buddy.
So LeBron could make history if they are to win a championship with a 4th different team.
I love that. I love that he's going to be back in the East. What are the Celtics thinking if they're looking around and being like, we just gave Jaylen Brown away to get Paul George back, and now LeBron's back in the East?
LeBron or Jordan, what would be more impressive? Jordan 6 titles with 1 team, or if LeBron is able to win 5 with 4?
Can we agree that LeBron James is the more impressive basketball player? Like, that's not a hot take anymore, right?
More impressive basketball player in terms of physical acumen, sure.
And he's
The longevity
he's
does it.
24 years in.
Yeah.
Jordan was a shell at the end. I don't even know how it's arguable anymore. Like, you can still be the most accomplished basketball player in the history of the sport, Michael Jordan, and not be the most impressive player to ever play the sport.
The game has also changed that I would assume helps longevity. You're not really beating the hell out of each other like they were.
Well, also, LeBron does not live like Michael does. 615. Do you have a stat of the day?
Yeah.
Next.
Let's talk about SEC, baby. Let's talk about the SEC. Let's talk about Kalen DeBoer and Josh Heupel in the SEC. Let's talk about SEC, baby. Let's talk about the SEC. Let's talk about Kirby Smart and Greg Sankey in the SEC. Let's talk about SEC.
All right, Media Days is over. 3HL is back. Ron Slay, good to see him hanging out this morning with Ramon and Will.
That's commitment, by the way.
Slay coming in studio after a week in Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, God forbid someone do their job and then show back up to do their job.
Yeah.
It's impressive, honestly.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
It would never be me.
That's the joke. Yeah.
Proceed.
3HL's lineup of interviews was good as always. You can go back and listen to a lot of that. Their conversation with Clark Lee, with Josh Heupel. You can watch that on YouTube, 104.5 The Zone's YouTube page. Subscribe while you're there. Started off dry. They kind of front-loaded some of the more veteran coaches, including Josh Heupel. And then it got more interesting as the week went on. And Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian finished it out. Lane yesterday was toned down, said he regretted a lot about how the Ole Miss exit went, said he wished he had just kept it cut and dry and not tried to please everybody on the way out, is kind of how he framed it. The first-year coaches kind of brought the juice, and we didn't have that last year because there weren't any coaching changes going into last year, so there was always going to be probably an avalanche of coaches getting fired. That's exactly what happened. Pete Golding, although he coached Ole Miss and he's been on that staff for the last few years, this was his first media days as a head coach. He delivered. We played a lot of his audio yesterday. John Sumrall brought the juice. Ryan Silverfield and Will Stein had what people are calling, maybe his Kurt Signetti moment, showing up at a basketball school, being asked why they're going to make it to the top. And his version of Google me was me. I'm the reason why Kentucky football is going to make it to the top. So interesting week at Media Days. The biggest topic of conversation, unfortunately, felt like it had nothing to do with football. It felt like it was about the SEC potentially breaking away or those discussions continuing to happen. But the common thread with the discussion of the SEC potentially breaking away is that it is built out of frustration with the current situation. And SEC coaches are getting up there and they're complaining a lot about the 9-game schedule and all of these things. But I think we can all understand why there is a base level of frustration that could lead to conversations about, is the best course of action for the SEC to break away and do its own thing. As far as the football is concerned, obviously the Big Ten's won the last 3 national championships. That was a pretty big topic of discussion throughout the course of the week down in Tampa.
Convenient.
I'm looking at the FanDuel national championship odds. Out of the top 10 national championship favorites per FanDuel Sportsbook, how many would you guys say are out of the SEC?
4.
5.
4.
4.
Eat it.
Ohio State is the favorite at plus 550. Notre Dame, the second favorite.
What are you eating? I didn't mean actually eat it.
Is that one of those donuts?
Broccoli.
Oh.
Ramon's
quite
got to
the
stop
opposite.
bringing in donuts, by the way. Enough.
Those are like fancy. They're
Enough
fancy
of the donuts. The donuts have to cost $110 for as many donuts as he bought. Stop bringing in donuts. I ate a healthy breakfast, and there's just 3 boxes of just delightful donuts.
Yes, it's going to wreck my girlish figure.
Thus the broccoli.
Notre Dame, the second favorite at plus 650. Then Texas, the first SEC team on this list. They are plus 800, tied with Oregon. Georgia, plus 900, followed by Indiana, Miami, Texas Tech, and then Ole Miss and LSU. Texas A&M is right outside the top 10. They are tied, though, I suppose I should say. Really, it's 6 SEC teams because there are 4 SEC teams, that are tied for number 10 in national championship favorites. So
we were both wrong.
I rephrase,
Robert
7 out of...
Wait, I said, yes, I win.
Eat your broccoli.
I'll do it.
LSU, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Alabama are all tied at plus 2,200, tied at number 10 in national championship odds. But it is Texas. That is who the sports books believe have the best shot at bringing the SEC back a championship.
Well, and that goes along with the pressure expectation, right? How glad is Sark for Lane right now? Because I feel like Lane takes a lot of pressure off Sark, right? Just his perpetual existence. He's going to be a talking point every week. Texas, it's not, I mean, if Texas loses a game that they absolutely should not lose, or say they lose at home to Ohio State, you said that game's week 2?
Yes, they play Ohio State week 2.
So say they lose that game at home. I still think that Lane Kiffin is going to take more media attention off of Sarkisian this year in a very pressurized year for Sark, right? Because as we talked about yesterday or 2 days ago at some point this week, the expectation for Sark is actually make the championship game this year versus what is being pushed onto Lane, and understandably so. Lane has expectations too. Sark has greater pressure.
Looking at their win totals on FanDuel, LSU's over-under 8.5. Texas is over-under 9.5. That is the highest over-under win total mark on FanDuel Sportsbook for any SEC team.
You said Notre Dame is second in championship odds?
Yes.
It's going to be very unseemly when I start to bandwagon Notre Dame football again if they go to the national championship game.
And obviously their path to the playoff is very much there.
Yeah. Yeah.
With their schedule. I mean, I'm looking at Notre Dame's schedule.
And also the unspoken guarantees that Notre Dame has gotten with all of their bitching and complaining.
So everybody's just whining all the time.
That's right.
That's
it
all
works.
anybody's doing.
Turns out if you're Notre Dame, it works. Notre Dame, expert whiners.
They host Miami. Otherwise, there's not a lot going on with Notre Dame's. I mean, their second most difficult game might be at BYU or hosting SMU.
Yeah, no, and they will have a game in which one of those significantly inferior teams push them. That's just always been the case. I know that's not great analysis, not necessarily predictive, but it has happened at least once a year to Notre Dame with Marcus Freeman as the coach.
MVP of SEC Media Days, I would give to Pete Golding.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. He was just comfortable. And you don't have to go up and just say outrageous things and say funny things for people to come away talking about you at Media Days.
Be honest.
Right? You can just go, exactly, just be honest. Just speak your mind. Be comfortable and not just regurgitating the same things that we hear every other coach up there regurgitating.
No, but you know that if they don't win, those will age poorly and he'll get killed for it. You know that's exactly how that'll go.
I think you do have to be a little entertaining because Clark Lee got up there and he was honest and nobody wants to talk about a damn thing he said. Pete Golding he's good at talking.
Yeah.
Comfortable is a big part of it, but he's also entertaining. The way he can spill it out is still entertaining even though he's being honest.
It's not Clark's fault that his delivery comes off a little stiff.
I've heard Vol fans have this conversation, like, should Josh Heupel have more of that? Like, should it be on
Charisma?
Heupel to do more in terms of the public eye in quote-unquote selling the program as opposed to getting up there and how long can I talk without saying anything, which it feels like it's this like little personal challenge he has with himself.
No, but it's one of those things where if it comes naturally to you, obviously that's a tool. If you're Brian Kelly, don't do the fake LSU accent, right? Like, don't put on for the sake of putting on if you don't got it.
Like, okay, best teams, let's see. These teams that are favored to win the national championship, looking at each head coach and how good they are at the podium, at cutting a promo, whatever it might be, or just being honest, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Day. What do we think about Ryan Day when he speaks on behalf of Ohio State?
I think he's a little whiny sometimes.
Yeah,
but
he's very coach speaky. I wouldn't call him the most charismatic figure.
Well, no, I disagree because I think he gets angry, but I think at least a lot of times to me, and I obviously have some bias here, I think Ryan Day's anger, his moments when he's screaming and shouting at Lou Holtz, I think those moments are a little performative.
Yeah, and that was post-game. That was immediately after a game.
And post-game is different.
But yeah, Ryan Day definitely has more moments like that than Heupel does.
Yeah, so I would not call it necessarily charisma, but he's got something there.
Marcus Freeman just overflowing with charisma.
Well,
I mean, how can you not love that guy?
Look good, feel good, play good.
Yeah. Steve Sarkisian talked a lot this offseason. Not so much
and
yesterday.
like chirping. Like not just talking, like chirping.
Throwing shots about basket weaving and schedules.
Well, I mean, if I'm to take that for what I think it is, I think it's supreme confidence in his football team because you're not talking like that if you're like, I don't know.
Let's see who's next. Oregon, Dan Lanning. I think Dan Lanning can cut a promo.
I think Dan Lanning's
gets up
very
there
comfortable.
He's comfortable. He gets up there with energy.
But again, I think it's organic. You remember that highlight of him in the locker room before they played Colorado? And he's talking about they do these things for clicks, or we're not. I thought it was a good organic moment. He seems to play to that moment well.
Georgia with Kirby. Kirby just speaks his mind. Kirby will just get up there. There's the coach speak, but he'll just be Kirby, and he'll be honest. Indiana, Kurt Cignetti, Cinema. Miami, Mario Cristobal. There's some of that with Cristobal.
I think he's looser now. Like how many years removed from that was it Pitt that they ran the ball against in a situation where they just
Georgia Tech and they
Georgia
fumbled
Tech.
and could have taken a knee and lost.
Georgia Tech, right. So he got killed for that, rightly so. And I think that's still a little bit of a stigma that he carries around, that he's not necessarily a plus on the sideline that way. Although, I mean, he made it to a national championship. Like, at what point has Mario Cristobal done enough to kind of, and I'm not saying that doesn't still exist, that moment in time doesn't still exist, but like, how many years removed from that do we have to be before we're like, all right, Mario Cristobal, could you win a championship with Mario Cristobal? I think the answer to that is yes. They were just in the game. And Carson Beck throws a pick that's untimely, and Indiana wins.
Going down the list again of national championship favorites. Texas Tech, Joey McGuire.
Do you want to do more of this later? I mean, we're kind of late.
We got short breaks. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. All right, there you go. Freudian slip. Pete Golding was excellent this week. Then LSU and Lane Kiffin. We understand what you get with Lane. Mike Elko and A&M. Awesome. I love listening to Mike Elko talk. Just honest.
Not a promo cutter.
No, he's not putting on a show. He's just telling it like it is.
What was the question to him about the trophy case, or about I don't remember the nature of the question and the response. All I know is he cited that their trophy case was empty when he's trying to motivate guys.
So we're outside the top 10 now of national championship favorites, and every coach we've listed brings something to the table when they're at a podium, whether it's honesty or it's maybe a little performative at times, but entertaining, or honestly entertaining, like a Kurt Cignetti. I think every ounce of Kurt Cignetti is completely authentic. I don't think he's putting on a show. Maybe some of it's intentional, but it doesn't feel like it is. It doesn't feel like he's putting on.
But I think you also have to be self-aware, because how well does that age when you're not winning? Dabo is the exact.
For sure.
Dabo is that, right?
Brent Venables is a bit of a psychopath.
Not at a podium, though, is he?
No, I just remember he had that crazy quote.
It's just that he looks like Voldemort. It's
he just looks like a psycho.
I mean, he's definitely a defensive coach, and he's intense. Like, you can tell that on the sideline. But his eyes, and the fact that his skull looks a little bit pulled back like a snake.
And then Bama, Caitlin DeBoer is incredibly dry at the podium and will not give you much of anything. So we got to school number 13, 14. Before we started to get into coaches, that's like, you're not going to get much with those guys. Like, it's not exactly must-see TV to watch those guys talk.
Yeah, I just think, again, it comes back to authenticity in coaching. And you have to have that instead of trying to manufacture it. 615-737-1045, the number if you want to jump in. Let's stick with college sports. Let's talk about this Michigan scandal that has just continued to roil the last couple of weeks. I'm Buck Rising. It's 1045 The Zone.
It is 11:02. Good morning from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. We finally have an announcement from LeBron James. As Shams reported about an hour ago that LeBron is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal with a player option. LeBron moving on from his 8 years with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Titans made some transactions Thursday, placing tackle J.C. Latham and safety Amani Hooker on the physically unable to perform list heading into training camp. The team also waived tackle Ryan Hayes and signed tackle Zachary Thomas. In other NFL news, the Ravens waived former Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia on Thursday. Pavia signed with Baltimore as a UDFA after the draft. Nashville Soccer Club is on the road tomorrow looking for a 6th consecutive win as they take on Orlando City. Kickoff is at 6:30. Pre-game coverage right here on The Zone begins at 6. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Second hour is upon us. The news of the day, of course, is, as Lucas just said, LeBron James is going to be a 76er for damn near vet minimum. And that, in and of itself, is shocking. 615-737-1045 if you want to react to anything that we've talked about. We got interrupted with the LeBron stuff from talking about Diego Pavia getting waived by the Ravens. We will circle back around to that in this hour at some point. Do you think he's on a roster before everybody opens camp next week? Some teams open later in the week. Some teams are already on the practice field these last few days. You also have the ability to interact in the F&M Bank chat. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch is where the show is live streamed if you are interested in doing so. How closely have you followed the University of Michigan situation? Because there are many situations involving the University of Michigan over the course of the last couple of years.
I mean, it's like the last decade at this point where it's every year or every other year. There's some, whether it's the Juwan Howard stuff, which feels like it was ages ago, or, I mean, they've had players with DUI issues, and then the Jim Harbaugh and the cheating scandals with Connor Stallions, and just one thing after another. The Sharon Moore, the most recent. And it was months ago that there was an investigation that Michigan hired a team of attorneys to do basically an audit of its athletic department with Ward Manuel at the helm. And as of right now, he is still the sitting athletic director at Michigan, yes?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, we could talk about this news, but dude has survived about everything you could possibly survive at this point.
Well, I think maybe it's an easy thing to say. At some point, this is gonna come for him, right? At some point, they're gonna need a fall guy.
He is stepping down. He's stepping down at the end of the year.
But he's, still actively the athletic director, right? They're giving him the option. I'm kind of surprised. Would you give this guy the option after the lack of oversight that has clearly taken place? Now, the turn of this is, I'll ask you, because you're in a situation not unlike Michigan's. Well, let me rephrase. That you have a situation that could be like Michigan's. Tennessee has a national championship in recent history, but it's baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee has never won a national championship in basketball.
Men's basketball, yeah.
Men's basketball, of course. You have the Lady Vols. The football team's last championship, famously, 1998. Michigan has just won a football natty, just won a basketball natty. Yeah. Dusty May said, let me clean my hands of this. I'm going to the Mavs. I'll take a chance on a pro job in Cooper Flag and the natty on the way out the door before all the, poop hits the fan. And it seems like every day we get more and more of it. So would you take Michigan's current athletic department situation for a football championship and a basketball championship within a span of a decade, but it means that you are dealing with all of the different situations that Michigan is now having to weave through?
Yeah, that's so tough because, then you're basically asking me, would you take your head coach stalking
Moore, yeah.
and threatening to kill his mistress in exchange for a football championship.
Well, it gets a little less cute when you get out of the Connor Stallion stuff and get into the Sharon Moore stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
obviously the answer to that would be no, although some people, I'm sure,
yeah, a lot of people would
don't want to test those individuals.
What a complicated legacy, though, for Ward Manuel.
I mean, my God, you've won in the two revenue sports. I mean, obviously there's money in women's basketball, but that's more recent and I think more program specific.
So the independent investigation that we referenced, according to ESPN, concluded that the issues at Michigan were not widespread in terms of the culture of an athletic department plagued by scandals over the course of a decade, but there clearly was enough there. This was what the outline stated after the review, after saying that they didn't believe the misconduct was widespread throughout the department. It continues saying the culture review found that weaknesses in accountability, organizational structure, oversight, and reporting created conditions in which misconduct was not always addressed consistently, promptly, or in accordance with university expectations.
There are so many different ways that this has gone sideways, but they are champions in their two biggest sports. So, $30 million fine after the numerous NCAA investigations, a lengthy probation, federal cybercrime charges for one former assistant football coach who we've already referenced in Connor Stallions. Did you watch the Connor Stallions Netflix thing? Because he almost immediately turned it. And what did you think of it?
I was entertained by it.
I thought this guy, like this schmuck. And I don't know, maybe it's cute and funny because nobody got hurt, and obviously the Sharon Moore situation is different. But I'm like, you just turned around and turned it into a payday, and what else are you going to do with your life? Who else is going to pay you to do a job of serious consequence? Anyway, so they've had multiple suspensions for just Harbaugh alone. You've got obviously the situation with Sharon Moore. I'm sorry, you mentioned the basketball coach earlier. I'm blanking on the name.
Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard. The Juwan Howard situation was problematic in and of itself, and he was fired after a period of time where they were under investigation for his less than reputable situation. It's a lot of did you know and how much did you know and when did you know?
Yeah.
Ward Manuel.
Yeah, and there's some stuff in there with the Sharon Moore situation that indicates that Ward Manuel knew, a lot of people in that athletic department knew there was a messy situation with Sharon Moore and this staffer in the athletic department that was his mistress. So you look at those things and you think, okay, could it have been prevented that Sharon Moore go to her house and grab a knife out of the kitchen and start threatening her and all of these things,
Yes,
right?
it was preventable.
Yeah, it feels like it could have been prevented. So that's where you start to get into, all right, thanks for.
Did you put people in harm's way? It's a different, obviously very, very different situations, but the core principle is the same. Penn State and Joe Paterno and Jerry Sandusky. How soon did you know, and could you have stopped it before it got to a certain point?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that they are comparable. I'm not trying to, whataboutism the two situations. Both are severe and terrible for different reasons. But that's basically what's on hand with Ward Manuel. What the hell are you thinking if you're Kyle Whittingham walking into all this? Because there have been no noise at Utah at all. And now you walk into one of the most chaotic athletic departments in the country.
Kyle Whittingham's not blind. I think he knew what he was watching. We all can see what's happened at Michigan in the last however many years. Kyle Whittingham is an excellent head football coach. I'll tell you this, Michigan upgraded from Sharon Moore to Kyle Whittingham. It's a great hire by Michigan.
A conversation.
The SEC preseason poll has dropped out of media days. Where would you guys guess Tennessee landed in terms of expected order of finish?
Out of 16, with questions at quarterback, 10th.
Bert, do you have a guess?
I'll say 9th.
8th.
I meant 8th.
8th. Right there, barely making the top half. Georgia.
Where's Vandy?
The preseason favorite. Vanderbilt, 13th. Right behind Auburn. going into year one with Alex Golish, right in front of Kentucky going into year one with Will Stein. Arkansas predicted to finish last. Remember, my one big thing for Ryan Silverfield was good luck in 2026. Georgia, the preseason
Did you
favorite.
see him, by the way, at the podium?
He was good.
Very cocky.
Yeah, very good.
Well, very confident.
Texas predicted to finish second. Ole Miss 3, A&M 4, LSU 5, Bama 6, then Oklahoma, then Tennessee.
Do you feel that's right?
Yeah, I mean, for these things only don't matter, but yeah,
Is a Tennessee fan going to be upset about being 8th?
probably, but it's not a thing that matters.
Okay.
Like this is right where Tennessee belongs, having no idea what their quarterback situation is going to be. You can call Tennessee underrated if you want, but I don't know who's playing quarterback for them in 2026.
Is Vanderbilt underrated? Because they have the same problem here.
I don't know. I don't know. They are being rated as a bottom 5 team in the SEC. Their over-under win total on FanDuel is 5.5.
Yeah, no, how could you make it anything but with a huge loss in Pavia? So let's talk about Diego Pavia. We mentioned that in the first hour or earlier, he was waived by the Baltimore Ravens. So we will talk about what that means for him, what's next for Diego Pavia. I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken, the best hot chicken in the world. Not even close. 615-737-1045 is the number. Diego Pavia got waived by the Ravens. They had a situation where they had 4 quarterbacks on the roster. They brought in Skylar Thompson while Pavia was on the roster. Writing was essentially on the wall for Pavia at that point. So, what is next for him? Do you have an opinion on Diego Pavia? He is polarizing just by nature of his personality. He's an interesting guy. He's a compelling guy. And he's, Lucas, you talk about honesty at SEC Media Days. That guy, I feel like, just kind of says what he wants to say, right? I don't think that you're necessarily going to curb Diego Pavia's personality. I don't think he's like super inflammatory either, right? I thought he handled himself at the Combine very professionally when we were there. Yeah. Answered all the questions about behavior and the fallout of the Heisman ceremony and stuff like that very, very bluntly, very honestly, very professionally. But he also feels like at any moment he could, throw you a curveball.
Diego Pavia is probably just a really good college quarterback, right?
I think that can be true.
Like when
it is interesting to see the disparity between number 1 overall pick Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza and second place, arguably could have been the best quarterback in college football, and UDFA waived before training camp.
Yeah. But this is not a new thing, right? This happens all the time.
For sure.
That sometimes the best player in college football just may not be an NFL player, and that's okay. Like those are some of our favorite players of all time to watch, depending on fan base, right? But like Tim Tebow, Johnny Manziel, who basically mentored Diego Pavia. Like it all kind of makes too much sense. Not to say that Diego Pavia's dream to play football is over. I'm sure he will land somewhere for another opportunity. Maybe Pavia is built for the CFL. Like I could see him just dominating
the
like
UFL,
a decade in the UFL, the CFL. If he wants to continue, I could see him sprinting to a podcast mic as fast as humanly possible.
He could do both.
Yeah, do a podcast with his brothers or something.
Right?
I don't know.
He could do both.
But yeah, some guys are just really good college football players, and that's okay.
Robert, the rare moment where you asked me to do something and I did it.
Oh, nice. I appreciate you ordering that hemorrhoid cream. I'm tired of you complaining about your hemorrhoids.
Is it for me or is it for you?
Well, I was going to use it after you got done. I'm just not buying one. That's so embarrassing.
Oh, you want leftover hemorrhoid cream?
Well, you used the first half of the tube. I think there's like 3 uses in it.
We have to talk about your Facebook Marketplace shopping habits at some point.
Did you buy the hot tub?
Which one?
Did you buy me the Yeti cooler?
Which one?
Did you buy me this talking stone cold picture that you hang on a wall?
I actually might. That's fun. You asked me to look up how many NFL rosters right now today have only 3 quarterbacks on their rosters. There's 7. Do you want to take a guess?
I know 2 of them because I started doing this in anticipation that you wouldn't. I know Panthers and Lions are on that list.
That's correct.
Broncos?
No, it is the Bills.
The Broncos, yes. Broncos have 3. Sam Ellinger, Jared Stidham, Bo Nix.
Did I miss the Broncos?
I think you did. That's okay. There's 8.
Okay. Damn it, I was really proud of myself. Bills, Broncos, Patriots, Cowboys, Giants. You mentioned Carolina and Detroit, and then Houston. So 8 teams with 3 rostered quarterbacks today. I think there's a chance he could have a job by Thursday.
Sure.
So it's not an ideal time for him to get waived right before their training camp starts, but I think he'll be on a roster before everybody else starts training camp.
Robert, tell me about the Ravens-Steelers game at what was then Heinz Field in 2019, October 6th.
Oh, you tell me. I'm drawing a blank.
Lamar MVP year at the Steelers?
Total blank.
Okay. It was
Did they lose?
26-23 overtime win by the Ravens.
Oh, sounds like a fun one.
In 2019.
Yeah.
So that
Ravens had started 2-2.
Is that his second year, 2019?
Ravens were coming off a home loss to the Browns and went to Pittsburgh and won in overtime.
Okay, this was a extremely sloppy game. If I remember this, we could not run the ball to save our lives in this game. It was putrid, and Lamar was doing, and pretty much everything in 2019 was Lamar doing everything.
Yeah.
And Is this the game Lamar? I think this is the only game in that MVP season he had more than one interception in a game. I think he had 3 in this game. A lot of turnovers.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were like coming quick and hard because if you remember in 2019, what was the end of that team's run?
Pause.
It was the cover 0 game against the Chargers that season. And I think by this game, people had started to realize, I think it's like the 5th or 6th game of the season, okay, if we put pressure in Lamar's face, he is going to half the time do his magic and the other half throw the ball up. And they took big advantage.
So you don't remember where you were?
No clue.
Okay.
No clue. 2019, I was probably still living. No, I was
been here, obviously.
I was living with my dad at that point. That was before I bought my house.
We'll try another one later.
You sound disappointed in him.
I'm sorry, buddy. I feel bad about it. I do know that year was the cast-offs of all cast-offs. It was like the fact that he won MVP with a receiver room that included Seth Roberts.
Hollywood on that team?
Hollywood was on that team. Hollywood was probably far and away the best receiver.
Yeah.
Young Mark Andrews, but Mark was still good. And God, who was the other receiver that I could not stand? Willie Snead. Thank you, Zach.
Who are the running backs? Mark Ingram?
Mark Ingram was the starter. Okay. Gus Edwards was his backup. And
that's right, because that's Big Truss. And that's Tajay Spears after, damn it, Tajay Sharp. I'm doing the reverse now.
Justice Hill was also on that team.
Justice Hill was on that team?
Yeah, Justice Hill is one of the longest tenured Ravens in a minute. He's a tough little dude.
615-737-1045 is the number if you want to chime in on Diego Pavia. How about Jonah?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Not much.
Hey, yeah, dude. With Pavia getting cut, right? Not a huge surprise, I don't think. I think the Ravens still have Tyler Huntley as their backup. Robert, I think that's right. But, Pavia is what he is, but, man, dude, looking at Clark Lee after SEC Media Days, I'm not really a Vandy fan or anything, but, dude, how do you not just, believe what he's saying, right? He's a great leader, and maybe you start to look at, look what he did with Pavia, was it, he's a Heisman finalist, whatever, but, how much, are we going to give Clark Lee credit for that and, getting him to that point? And then you say, okay, well, now you have a 5-star coming in, how far can you go in the future? I don't know. Just Clark Lee, I feel like he kind of stole SEC Media Days. It seems like everything he says you want to believe, right? Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you for the call, Jonah.
And on that note, SEC's the preseason all SEC teams are out. First, second, and third. Not one Vanderbilt player.
Okay. I give Clark Lee credit. You tell me if you think this is fair. I give Clark Lee credit for having the right type of personality to mesh with Diego Pavia. Because I think a lot of coaches would have very easily been like, this guy's a problem. I can't handle it. I think Clark Lee navigated all things Diego Pavia very deftly. You would agree?
Yeah.
I don't give him credit for developing Diego Pavia. Was it Jerry Kill, the offensive coordinator that came over with him?
Pavia played for him at New Mexico State.
Right, and they both came over to Vanderbilt together.
And Pavia competed, who can't remember the quarterback he was competing against for that job. It was a Utah transfer, if I remember correctly. But Pavia won that job and then took off and ran with it. But yeah, Diego was an established player. Clark Lee's not an offensive mind.
Right. So I think that you have the right head coach, the right personality type to kind of, okay, we can get through this together. He's got some quirks. I can manage quirks because he's I think Clark Lee's been very, very candid. And I think Candace Story-Lee also gets a lot of credit if you're distributing credit for as the face of that athletic department and somebody who has worked. He could not stop singing her praises, by the way, Clark Lee. I don't blame him at all. She's clearly done an excellent job across the board there, and I know that they're looking for more as an athletic department, which is not something that you could have said about Vanderbilt for a long, long time.
So no Vandy players on the preseason All-SEC teams. Tennessee players didn't make it until the third team, defense and offense. Offensively, Deshaun Bishop got in there on the third team at running back. David Sanders and Wendell Moe got in there on the offensive line. Defensively, it was just Arion Carter making the third team as linebacker.
Of those list of teams that you laid out, the 8 teams that only have 3 quarterbacks on their roster currently, is there a team that sticks out to you guys that would make sense to add someone like Pavia? I have one, but interested what you guys say. Actually, I have two.
So, again, the 8 are Broncos, Bills, Pats, Cowboys, Giants, Panthers, Lions, Texans. Why not the Giants?
I would have trouble doing that because John does not play about.
He's got Jameis, Jackson Dart, and Scattaboo.
Yeah, I don't think that he wants to add another ne'er-do-well to that room, which would be my guesstimate.
And they're not ne'er-do-wells, right? They're just boneheads. I mean, 2 of them. Jameis is, I don't know, Jameis is a cartoon character. Like, by the way, Jameis overexposed to the World Cup? Too much Jameis?
Yeah, I forgot he's still on the Giants roster.
You just think he's a Fox employee now?
Yeah. 5 weeks of just Jameis everywhere.
Surprised he wasn't at the hot dog eating contest. They literally send him to everything that is happening.
Well, it's an ESPN property.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, so, it has to be Detroit that you're thinking of, right, with Campbell?
Detroit, yeah, because he and everyone else in that room is on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to, like, they're not going to deal in the
Bridgewater's not still there, is he?
I believe if Bridgewater's playing, he's in Tampa. But
he is.
So he's in Detroit?
He's the backup. He's listed as the backup. It's
Luke
Jared
Altmaier,
Goff,
right?
Bridgewater, and Luke Altmaier.
So they have the straight and narrow arrow going on in the quarterback room. I think he could fit in there. Campbell kind of probably would enjoy his moxie, his competitiveness. The other place I think
Campbell would 100% try and turn him into a special teams player.
Well, that's the next place I'm going. Sean Payton and the Broncos.
Oh.
He has a history with unique type players. I'm not saying that he would turn him into Taysom Hill or that he would even have a Taysom Hill role. But if there was an offensive-minded guy who would be able to come up with some way to use this guy or at least see something that he could turn into, I think Sean Payton would be that guy.
Well, now the interesting part of that is what's different about Sean Payton this year than every other year?
Not calling plays.
Not calling the plays.
Yeah, Davis Webb.
He must really love this Davis Webb guy. Sean Payton giving up play calling for a dude that's like, I mean, how old is Davis Webb? He's like 28?
He's like 30.
Him and Declan Doyle are like
31 maybe.
I think they're right about to turn 30. I don't think either of them are 30 yet.
Davis Webb is 31.
He also moved off of his old OC to promote him.
The guy that he'd had for 100 years.
Lombardi for a long time.
So, I mean, he really, really believed. I mean, Davis Webb was getting head coach interviews.
Yep. Yes.
As a non-play caller.
So all that to say, okay, Sean Payton has a specific, and maybe Davis Webb is of a similar mindset, right? But that's kind of the wrench in Denver that there's not previously been. Also, do you know what Taysom Hill's measurables are, either of you?
He's like 6'5", 230.
He's not quite that big.
He's a big dude. 6'3", 250.
He's 6'2", 221, but he plays much bigger, right? This has been the thing with Sean Payton. What's the quote from Sean Payton on Taysom Hill? There's not a better football player, right? And he got killed for it, right? Because he's, what do you mean there's not a better football player than Taysom Hill? There's better tight ends, there's better quarterbacks, there's better receivers, running backs, whatever. Taysom Hill is an all-around football player. I don't know that Pavia's got that. I mean, Pavia's definitely got the attitude, but how many times is Pavia going to run down the field on kickoff and still have that attitude, you know?
Robert, where were you when the Ravens opened the 2012 season with a blowout win over Cincinnati?
Oh, where was I? I can tell you exactly where I was. There was 2012
Super Bowl year.
I was a senior, or I was a.
So that would have been 2011, right?
No. He's right. It was because that was my freshman year in college.
2012 season.
I was probably skipping a Miss Babatunde's nutritional class.
That's a great name.
I remember she was ruthless. She was.
I would also be if I was a teacher having to deal with you.
When I tell you, if you missed more than 3 of her classes, you failed. And I failed to read the syllabus. And I missed my 3rd class to attend a Green Bay Bears game in Lambeau.
Whoa.
And she sent me an email to let me know, your attendance is no longer required at my class because you have missed 3 classes. You will receive an F. I took her class as an online class in the summer and got an A. So who's really at fault here, Miss Babatunde? But I was loving that. That's the Steve. No, it's not. That's not the Steve Smith. The Steve Smith opener against the Bengals that I'm thinking of is when he threw Pac-Man Jones by the face mask with like 37 seconds left.
But you didn't tell me where you were.
I was in my dorm with my freshman roommate Joey Pinto, who lives in New Jersey now. Shout out to Joey Pinto. You know who the most fun team on that list to sign Pavia would be? The most entertaining? The Dallas Cowboys. In a preseason game.
That would go from most entertaining to most annoying so fast.
In a preseason game.
First take debating Pavia.
Where Joe Milton starts the game and Pavia comes in. Well, actually, I think is Sam Howell the backup in Dallas?
Sam Howell is definitely somewhere on this list. Where is Dallas? Sam Howell is in Dallas.
Okay, so Sam Howell's the third string. So great passer, had a ton of throwing yards when he started the year for the Commanders, and then Diego comes in the fourth quarter. That would be an entertaining preseason schedule.
Would keep me watching a preseason game for sure.
I want Pavia in Arizona just to see he and Haynes King battle in the Hall of Fame game.
You said Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Understood. Yeah, that would be great. I just want to see them.
Just watch them just ram into defenders.
They need to do the Samoan or Tongan sport that someone called in for dumbest, where they called run it.
Oh, where they just run into each other?
Just two bighorn sheep. Just see who meets in the middle.
Isn't Haynes King appreciably bigger than Pavia?
Yes.
Again, Pavia is impressive because he's tiny.
Yeah.
But he's compact. Right? Haynes King's a little longer. So
Haynes is 6'2".
Yeah, okay. Haynes is going to blow his ass up.
Haynes is has a good 4 inches on him.
I think here's how Pavia wins that. His mom is in attendance. That's my man. She screams it at Haynes King before he gets a little off kilter, and then Pavia puts that big ass forehead right in his gut. And that's the end of it.
Do we think that Diego Pavia, by the time the regular season starts, is either on a regular season roster or practice squad? Do we think he is a rostered player in the NFL? I guess that's not rostered, but rostered player or practice squad player by the time we get to week 1? I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
You thought he was going to get drafted.
I thought he might get drafted.
What's changed?
He didn't get drafted.
He didn't get drafted, and then he got released before training camp.
I know, but why? Is there something about your opinion during the draft that you thought he might be more of an asset?
No, just going into the draft, it was like, okay, this guy is a playmaker, whatever you want to say about him. And then he doesn't get drafted. He's scooped up by the Ravens. He's let go before training camp. I don't know how he has operated, right? None of us do, in the Ravens building over the last few weeks from a mentality standpoint, just his general approach.
Well, Robert might.
I will say that there was a broad report put out that there was no showing of gravitas or arrogance. Like, he came in, competed, and did his job. Okay. And he wasn't acting like you would expect Pavia to act.
You haven't read a headline about Diego Pavia.
No, because that was the whole thing about him. Like, do you really want that? Like, it's great because that's the mentality that got him where it got him in the SEC. But is that the mentality you want from your QB3? I'm the best player in this room and all. Like, yeah, but that's not your job here. And sounds like that has not been any issue in Baltimore. But I don't know. I feel like definitely not on a 53. Maybe a practice squad.
Rostered or practice squad by the time the season starts, Robert?
I think he's on a practice squad.
You think he's on a practice squad?
I think there's a team that could see value in him moving forward, at least as a pushing player.
Restrepo, right? I mean, same vibes. Highly, highly productive college player. Spent a lot of time in college football. Has something, right? Has some level of intangible quality. Did you see, by the way, he's tweeting his new 40 time?
Who?
Restrepo. It's like a 4.45. Just tweeted a 4.45 and like a smiley face or something.
Is it him running it, or he just posted that?
He just posted the numbers. No running. No video. I thought it was funny. Either way, whatever. Small dude, undersized dude, good college football player, chip on their shoulder. There's a place for them somewhere, right? I just think quarterback, if he's just going to be a quarterback, I think his abilities are not quite to practice squad level. Like, I think you can find more viable practice squad quarterbacks in the NFL than Diego Pavia. But we'll see. Wish the best for him. People are saying give Pavia and Stoney a radio show together.
I would wonder how quickly he could pick up the vernacular of FM safe radio. I question how quickly he could drop the non-FCC safe language.
I think Stoney is very intelligent.
it's not who I'm worried about. Even though I will say, Stoney's notes before he hosts, he's shown me this before, it says, do not cuss in big, bold letters at the top of it.
You know, sometimes we need a reminder.
I love Stoney.
All right. Do we have anything to give away?
We do. We got tickets to see Stained in their Breaking the Cycle 25th anniversary tour at First Bank Amphitheater, September 29th.
615-737-1045. If you want those tickets to see Stained, call in and give us your Friday Fire, your moment of positivity, the thing that made you smile this week. We'll give you ours coming up next.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
We were just talking about these orca videos that are making their way around. Robert, I don't know what the hell a sunfish is, but that thing got.
The only guy crying over that fish is his son because he got eviscerated.
Orcas are crazy, man.
Oh, your dad's coming. Don't worry. He's going to be here for my fishball game, right? Right.
Fishball.
Where's Dad at?
Insane.
He hit a home run.
That orca hit a home run off his dad. My God.
Here, take a piece of your father.
It's quite delicious. If you haven't seen the video, there are two orcas. One orca holding a sunfish by the tail, another orca just torpedoing into the sunfish to combust it. Fish literally blows up when the orca hits it. Crazy. 615-737-1045. What is your Friday fire? Your moment of positivity? The thing that made you smile. All right. So we try to avoid political subjects on the show, understandably so. Sometimes the world of sports and politics gets intertwined. Barstool Sports does a good bit of this. They have an award, Lucas, called the Lib of the Year. All right. And I think they give it to the same guy every year. Now, I'm not super familiar. You're not a Barstool person.
I would not call myself one.
I'm not.
I have no strong opinions on Barstool.
Sure.
I just don't really pay attention.
I know, pardon my take. I know the guys who hosted. Obviously, I know who Dave Portnoy is. I don't know the rest of the cast. Robert, this other person is named Jersey Jerry.
That's correct. He's kind of like me for them. He's a character.
So they have this character on the show. They like to give him a hard time. They like to give him the Lib of the Year award because I guess it bothers him. So they have different presenters that I don't know if they do it via Cameo or however they do it, but they got a presenter for their Lib of the Year award that made everybody on the Pardon My Take podcast gasp.
So, Jerry, last year we had Mayor Pete present you with an award.
Yep.
This year we have a very, very special guest presenter for you. Can we pull it up?
Fanta?
It is,
Wow.
It's Hunter Biden.
Wow.
Hunter Biden
Jerry,
has some words.
from one brother in recovery to another, congratulations on the Lib of the Year award. I know you didn't have much competition, but I'm still proud of you. We're both proud of you.
Hey, Jerry, congratulations, man. And keep the faith.
What the I was not expecting that.
Joe Biden wanted to wish you a happy Lib of the Year award.
That's President Joe Biden, Jerry. President Joe Biden just gave an award on the takeys.
Are you
to you.
serious?
What are we telling?
You won. You won. Congrats.
You're a president.
That's crazy.
I will. So can I say? I
You
will.
only need 47 of those.
It's starting to hit me now. Let it hit me for a second. It didn't hit me yet.
All right.
You paid $50 for a Hunter Biden cameo, and you got the President of the United States. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I tried to figure out how much it would be to buy that.
That's pretty good value add right there.
I could not find it. I wonder if they went through other channels to procure that. But I will say,
How smart by Hunter Biden, though. Like, this dude has been all over Twitter. I don't know. And again, there's deeply problematic things, obviously, regarding Hunter Biden. I'm not here to get into the political elements of it, but, like, he's a pretty funny Twitter follow lately. And he just turns the camera to his father, who is the former president of the United States. I got a kick out of that.
those things are not cheap. Cheyenne bought me one from Ray Lewis. I think it was like $300.
Did she really?
Oh,
For, like, your birthday?
It was really, really cool.
That's
he was
awesome.
like, "What's going on, Bert? What's up, King?" And I was
No
like,
way.
"Oh, heck." I was going to find it and try to play it for you. I don't know where I have it saved.
That's great, man. My Friday Fire is Jordan Rogers talking about Arch Manning on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. And I enjoyed this exchange.
He's got good athleticism, but he's not an Anthony Richardson. So he needs to prove he can be more efficient. Then I think he could get into that top 10 category. But until that, I think a first round is eventually realistic. But a top 10 right now, I need to see more of that efficiency for him to, counterbalance the lack of being Anthony Richardson, 6'5", 4'4", run over you. That doesn't mean you're going to be a successful quarterback, but it balances the lack of efficiency.
I'm trying to figure out where the hell have you been all of these years? Have you been watching football? I know you're a football expert. I know you know your damn football. I'm wondering about you, Jordan Rogers. I really am right now. You trying to tell me a Manning is going to fall out of the top 10 at the quarterback spot? I mean, I need you tested right now. Ain't no way that's going to happen.
Then why
Ain't no
wasn't
way
I
that's
at
going to
that?
happen.
Why wasn't I at first round draft?
Listen.
I'm a Rodgers.
Well, listen. Well, yeah, you're a Rodgers, but not a Manning. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Okay,
You know how they are.
a little more of a track record on that
You
last
know
one.
how it is. You know how it is. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, a bad man. You know, everybody knows how I feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Before anybody else,
you're right.
I was not a bad man, so that's why I didn't go high. So I'm okay with that.
I understand that. I understand that. Your words, not mine. I'm just simply saying that you know what Aaron Rodgers, but he wasn't Archie Manning.
I love the self-awareness from Jordan Rodgers. That was good stuff. What about me? And then to say, to be clear, I was not a bad man.
That's a great thinking on your feet quickly moment. Well done by Jordan Rodgers. What do you got, Robert?
My Friday Fire.
Also, be nice to Kevin Clark.
I didn't say that out loud. I said it to you guys.
People are watching you on the live stream. Make a hunchback motion.
Well, I said he looks like Count Chocula's son. I don't know what you guys want from me. He looks like
nobody asked you for that.
What do you think, Steven?
He's a very nice man.
He's like about to suck somebody's blood.
Stop it! He does not look like a vampire.
He does. He's like the hunchback of Transylvania or something. Sure, he's a very nice guy.
He's a lovely man.
My Friday Fire is I was actually usually it is your parents that put on for you, right? They make sure that you got everything you need. My whole life, my parents, my mom, my dad, if my mom would not give me money for beer, my father would. If my dad wouldn't give me money for rent, my mother would. They both have their places. And in talking to my dad, I've told you guys about his hunting trip in Africa he has coming up that he won in a raffle. And he was talking to me, I ended up getting into some money trouble. I don't have the same amount of money I thought I was going to have, so I'm not going to be able to hunt this specific animal he wanted to hunt. And I was in the position to just say, well, how much is it? He told me how much it was, and I told my buddy, hey, I'm going to send you some money. Can you pull this out and deliver it to my dad? And I did it, and my dad called me, and it was like the closest I have ever heard him to crying since my grandpa left. So that was great for me. My dad,
lovely, buddy.
Dude, it was, I'm about to cry talking about it.
That's awesome.
It was really cool because, he's always been the dude that did stuff for everybody else, always makes big dinners, invites everybody over. And when he was like, I ran short a little bit of money. I'm just not going to hunt that. I was like, to hell you ain't. My daddy puts on for everybody else. So I put on for my daddy. That was great. Probably my favorite thing I've done in a long time.
Proud of you.
Love that. Papa Walsh.
That's going to be better than you want the stain tickets? That's a good one.
No, I'm good. I got plenty of stained objects at home.
At home?
I might be wearing one.
I was about to say.
In his closet.
I didn't have a saucy lunch today, so my T-shirt is relatively clean.
I just that video that I found in my phone yesterday. I put it on Instagram of you two at what was that? Nick's, the upstairs pub in Bloomington, Indiana, and you with the beer stains on the front of your shirt.
Yo, I saw you put it in.
We had just ordered the beer. I don't believe you had taken a sip before beer got on your shirt. The beer got on your shirt before you tried to take a drink of the beer.
I was wearing the meta glasses, and I was trying to do a cheers with Lucas, and then all you do is you see me looking down at my large, rotund belly.
Dribbled.
It just dribbled with beer. That was a fun spot. I like Nick's. I could see how that place would be cool.
I was at a house over the weekend where they had a Nick's Sink the Biz bucket. We didn't play Sink the Biz. You're familiar with the game?
No.
You have the bucket, and there's an empty glass, a smaller glass that you float in the bucket of beer. The bucket is filled with beer, so the glass is floating. And so everybody is surrounding the bucket, and you each go around. You got a glass of full beer, and you pour as much beer as you want into the glass that's floating. So if I'm trying to get you to chug the glass that's floating, I'll fill as much of it as I can humanly possible, and I'll make you try and pour a little bit of beer in it without sinking the biz.
Understood.
When
okay.
you sink the biz, then you chug. I think it's just the glass, but maybe you chug the bucket. It's been a while. Anyway, for the opportunity to win some tickets to see Stained in concert, 615-737-1045. What is your Friday Fire? Start with Kevin in Brentwood.
Hey, fellas. Great Friday to you.
You too.
My Friday Fire is the fact that ESPN finally fired Ryan Clark. And it's not for all the race baiting that he's done over the last year or two, but simply stated, anyone who believes that Drew Brees and Peyton Manning are not generational talents at quarterback should not be discussing sports at any level, much less on the world's largest sports network. And that's my fire. I think he had to go.
Thank you for the call. I'm not gonna celebrate anybody losing their job unless I really, really hate them. And I don't know Ryan Clark like that. Thank you for the call though. What did you like? Did you watch much of Ryan Clark on NFL Live? Like, I really like the Scott Van Pelt segments he did, because that's not opinion, that's not first take. He's just talking football.
Yeah, I thought Ryan was good at his job.
Yeah, I mean, he stepped in it a couple of times, and he had to put out a number of different social media apologies. He definitely
stepped in it a few times, and he definitely got into like areas that like people just have no interest in. Like the people that are watching you have no interest in.
But people are interested in it from Ryan Clark on the Pivot, right?
Yeah.
But not on ESPN.
Right.
Yeah. So he's got that podcast, The Pivot. It does really, really well. The conversations are excellent. I think there's a place. Anyway, I understand the caller's point. I'm not preying on Ryan Clark's downfall, though. Let's go next to Randy in Ashland City.
Yeah, hey, man. I found a brand new place to live, and where I used to live here in Ashland City, it was like hell on earth. And this place is like there's no comparison. They emailed me about the place. You got a washer and dryer in your apartment, all that, you could ask for it. Senior living at its best. It's based on income. I thought I was about ready to give up hope. So just to let people know, don't give up hope. Something better is coming on down the line.
Absolutely. That's an important message, Randy. Congratulations on your new spot. And I'm glad to hear. I can't think of anything worse than having an untenable living situation, right? It's why we do try and help Stephen Young and Home Street Home as much as humanly possible. Obviously, it's a little different situation with the unhoused community. But that's got to be such an unending misery when you can't even find peace in the place that you live when you get to rest. So happy for Randy. Let's go to Cody next.
Hey, what's up? I'm with Randy on the never give up hope. So I'm a girl dad. I have been since I was 16. I have 4 daughters. My 2 oldest are in college. I got one at UT and one at Bama. And I just found out this week that I'm having my first son. And I'm
okay. Congratulations.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats, Cody.
Now, some people will sit there and try that and just, I've got a buddy with 5 little girls.
Give her a break. Jeez.
That's my uncle in Brazil. 1, 2, 3 times, girl, girl, girl. So he basically says, all right, you're my son.
Cody, if nobody tells you, you're a good daddy, man.
Yeah, good stuff,
well done.
You're a good dad.
House divided, it sounds like.
Well done. Josh is in Mount Juliet.
What's up, team?
Yo.
Hey, I just wanted to compliment Lucas on his World Cup coverage. Actually, I learned a lot about soccer, and even Bert kind of picked up on that too. So that was a fun area of content.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate
absolutely.
you saying it, man.
Thank you for the call.
It was a joy to take that in with all of you guys.
Yeah, you really did a great job.
Thank you.
I think as far as like trying to educate people without coming off of, I don't know. I think that people can sometimes not be receptive to new stuff without the proper like hand-holding, for lack of a better term.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, we're glazing you. You don't need to talk here. I mean, I think the reason I like listening to Lucas talk about things, when someone's talking about something that I don't know anything about, but I'm interested in, I'm immediately turned off when someone like puts on airs or acts like that what they're talking about. Oh, I'm the foremost expert at this. And this, if you don't think Lucas was
very common in our industry.
It's very common. And Lucas came at it like it's your buddy at a bar explaining why or how to play cornhole.
It's because we threatened him with mock drafts.
You made it very easy to digest, and you never made someone feel inferior, never made me feel stupid for asking any question I asked. And I asked a lot of stupid questions, and I think that is a skill. On 3HL before the bowling event, Brent had extremely kind words for you that he put it much more aptly than I could, that you're probably one of the best people at breaking down soccer. And we're so lucky to have somebody like you that
thanks, buddy,
pours into it. No, you deserve it. You definitely deserve it.
I have a thing almost to a detriment where I like if I'm passionate about something, I want everybody else to. Also, like I want everybody to jump on the train with me, and like if it's more fun to love something when people around me are loving it too.
Well, unless it's a woman.
Well, there
All
are
of you guys
exceptions.
chill out, leave her alone.
But like I have that thing where if there's a movie you really like and you get someone to watch it with you. You know what I mean? Like one of your favorite movies. And then you're like almost more watching the person than you're watching the movie. Like, are they liking it? Like, oh, this is a really cool part. Oh, they're on their phone.
But you have to be quiet.
Get off your phone. This is really cool. You're going to want to watch this part. Like, that's how I am about the World Cup. Absolutely. It's the foundation for my passion for every sport. So thank you, Josh. Thank you, guys. It was an absolute joy to share that with y'all.
No, it made it fun for us. We had fun.
I can't wait till we get Friday Fire calls in December, and it's like, my Friday Fire is Lucas. We're about the World Cup. He was so good talking about that. Like we're going to be talking about this for the next 4 years until the daggum thing comes back around again.
It was special, man. It was a special, special month.
All right, one more for Tony.
Hey guys, this is Straight Fire. I can't take credit for this. This is a quote that I saw at a customer, and it says, "Success isn't owned, it's leased. And rent is due every day. So if you're not constantly improving your game, somebody else is."
That's a good motivational quote. Right. Thank you for the call, Tony. Appreciate it.
Calls today are great.
They were excellent. So I vote Randy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Randy for the tickets? Okay, well
good
done.
Message.
And listen, all very, very good submissions. We do appreciate your guys' submissions as always. We do this segment every Friday, so please feel free to share at any point. It's always cool for us to hear the good things that happen to you guys this week. Coming up next is John Harbaugh about to Pete Carroll. I'll explain what I mean. I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone. Nothing is worse than having to call someone to work on your AC or to fix a plumbing problem, having no idea what it will cost. Well, you don't have to worry about that with Hiller Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The price that they quote you is the price you'll actually pay. They're the most trustworthy plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical company I've ever dealt with. Their experts are truly that, experts. They're professional, experienced, and trustworthy. When they're on their way, you'll receive a photo of the tech assigned to you and a link to track them in real time. No more wasting time waiting around. As Hiller says, 100% satisfaction guaranteed of happy you'll be, or the service is free. That is the Happy Hiller promise, and that's the standard that they've lived up to for 35 years. Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Book online with ease today at happyhiller.com.
It is 12:03. Good afternoon from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzika. The news of the day, LeBron James has made an announcement on his next team. He is headed to Philly to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. At the age of 41, LeBron is signing a 2-year, $8 million deal with the Sixers. The Titans made some transactions yesterday, placing tackle J.C. Latham and safety Amani Hooker on the physically unable to perform list heading into training camp. The team also waived tackle Ryan Hayes and signed tackle Zach Thomas. In other NFL news, the Ravens waived former Vandy quarterback Diego Pavia on Thursday. Pavia signed with Baltimore as a UDFA post-draft. Nashville Soccer Club is on the road tomorrow night, looking for a 6th consecutive win, taking on Orlando City. Nashville currently at the top of the league standings. Kickoff is at 6:30. Pregame coverage on The Zone starts at 6. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Nothing is more interesting than when a famous coach or player changes places for the first time, sometimes ever, or certainly in a long time. And that's the case for John Harbaugh, who after 18 years with the Baltimore Ravens was fired and moved on to become the head coach of the New York Giants. It felt like almost a foregone conclusion, right? Like, I know there was a Titans plan to fly up there that never, no pun intended, got off the ground because John Harbaugh basically already had the Giants deal done and agreed to at a dinner that he went to with Giants brass. You never really felt, I mean, maybe you did. It feels like 100 years ago. Think about how much the World Cup carried us that the coaching cycle feels like 100 years ago. Did you think that the Titans had any real chance? Oh, fire alarm dance party?
Let me make sure this isn't real.
Oh.
Yeah, we did not get an update on it, so let's make sure there's not a fire before we start the dance party.
I don't. Okay, very good. That's. Can they see it on the F&M bank?
Usually they give us a heads up when it's happening.
Oh,
I wonder if maybe somebody just pulled it. Who's the most likely person to just pull the fire alarm?
He works on the show.
Yeah. All right. Well, he has an alibi then. He's been on camera.
Okay, it went away. I mean, the light's still flashing, but the alarm has stopped. Is it real or is it a dance party?
Go, 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 go. No, it's just a dance party.
Have we ever practiced any fire? Like in grade school, you used to practice the fire drill protocol, right? As a company, we would be lost. We would be scrambling like...
We practiced tornado drills more often, I think.
Oh, no, you didn't.
In Alabama?
More often than fire drills?
You had to do a fire drill quarterly. I think tornado was twice a year.
Okay, maybe I just remember tornado drills more because you had to, like...
Get down.
Sit down.
Cover your head.
Yeah, the whole deal.
Did you guys have a cool place you went for those, or did you just get
the
put in the hallway?
Yeah,
so you would just get, like, sucked out like a tunnel if the doors opened up.
Just go... I mean, yeah, you moved away from the doors and windows.
Well, see, my high school had like these underground tunnels that they used to use to heat the building because the high school's X hundred of years old or whatever. So there's like this whole like tunnel system underneath the school, which is kind of creepy, kind of Hogwarts-esque a little bit. Building looks a little bit like something out of Hogwarts. So we would go down into the Memorial High School caverns, for lack of a better term. What are you turning your lights off for?
I was trying to pretend I was back in the Odyssey during that storm scene that almost gave me a seizure.
It's so loud.
And so bright.
Lucas wants to go see it in 4DX. I'm like, you're going to get yourself motion sickness.
Go for a ride. Just get doused with water while you're watching the movie.
Like, there's no way that you can have that much seafaring activity in a 4DX movie and not come out drenched.
Everyone was saying that it is like a Disney ride as an adult. Do you remember?
Ian is back there giving us my bad hands. No, it's fine. We made it a dance party. We were actively hoping for a fire so we could leave early.
Don't say that out loud.
We were rooting for arson. No.
Do you remember your first time riding like a carnival ride or a Disney ride as an adult? Like as a kid, you're like, wah, wah. But as an adult, you're like, oh, my neck hurts now.
I haven't been to one since I've been an adult. Like, when's the last time you've been to Disney?
I went to Epcot and we drank around the world, and they have the Yeti ride where you go through like the Mount Everest. I think it's Everest Expedition is what it's called.
Have you done a theme park or anything like that in your adult life?
One time. No. We went to Disney when I was maybe an 8th grade freshman in high school.
I was definitely younger the last time I've been to Disney. Sports
being landmarks, it was definitely 2011 because Kemba was going on his run with UConn in the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
I watched a couple of those games while at Disney on spring
Walker,
break.
Man. I haven't thought about Kemba Walker in so long.
Yeah, he was so bad when he left the Hornets.
No, I know.
That was 2011, right?
So bad.
Where did he go? The Celtics afterwards?
The Celtics.
Yes.
And everyone, and they
2011.
got, who did they get in return for him? Because everyone was like, oh, that guy's done. He's
The
gonna,
Hornets?
Yeah, Kroll would know. Terry Rozier. So, and Terry was actually good with the Hornets.
Not Miami Heat, Scary Terry.
No.
Real ball knowers know. What the hell were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Oh, John Harbaugh.
There you go. Yes.
Do you think he's going to succeed in New York? Either of you? You have to have some level of, hey, I've lived it. Maybe it looks kind of corny. Maybe it looks kind of quirky. Maybe it looks like there might be some things out of whack here, but once he gets the thing rolling, it'll roll.
I think that he raises, it depends what your definition of success is. I think that he raises their floor considerably.
Sure.
As far as preparation, getting guys and having the right guys to carry it out. But their ceiling is hampered because of the overall talent total on the team. They have really good pass rushers. They have a decent offensive line. We'll see how everything melds together with Francis Mauigoa. But
Can't feel good about that interior, though, without Dexter.
yeah, and you can manufacture some of that, right? You're never going to have the best pass rushing defensive tackle again because, I mean, that's Jeffrey Simmons now. Or best pass rushing nose tackle, I should say. But you can get some of that. They're just going to have to sacrifice a little bit of interior pressure to get Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, and Kayvon Thibodeau running.
Lucas, do you think he's going to succeed? And by succeed, I mean, win at a reasonable rate, have them in contention for the division. Maybe they don't win a Super Bowl, but succeed with the Giants. I mean, what are they in their last 3 or 4 seasons? They're like 16-38 or something god awful.
Like,
and
you're
I know the
basically
Titans
saying
worse, but
have the most success since Tom Coughlin. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like, who's been their most successful coach?
McAdoo?
I mean, Dable. He got.
Dable.
He won a playoff game. But
even though, I mean, he got more run than the other guys, but he was not successful as a head coach.
Maybe it's beneficial to do it like this. So the Giants are tied with the Commanders for the lowest win total in the NFC East, both at 7.5 wins. Do you think John surpasses that win total or goes under?
Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders. We don't know about the Commies. I think Dallas is going to be good. I think Philadelphia, as long as they've got that much talent on their roster, I think that's a division winner.
It's hard because
7 wins?
7.5. So
8.
Does he get 8 or does he get 7 or less?
I'd give him 6.
Yeah.
That's about where I'd land.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I have no confidence in Jackson Dart as a franchise quarterback.
None at all.
Nah.
But that's the thing about Harbaugh. He's done, Harbaugh's ability to maneuver. Who was his first quarterback? Was it Flacco? No.
In 2008, he was a rookie.
Was it a rookie?
He
So
had a
Flacco's
Delaware.
rookie season.
He went straight from Flacco to Lamar. That's insane.
Well, I thought
there was a little bit of Ryan Mallett and Matt Schaub in the middle. But
there was a Matt Schaub stint, yeah. Because I think
Flacco was hurt.
Flacco got concussed against the Dolphins.
He got that was the Kiko Alonso hit. Yes,
Yeah.
he got messed up in that game. But there was another game, maybe against the Rams, that he messed his knee up that led to them having a better draft pick. I can't remember when that was, though.
Either way. So I thought he handled, those are very, very different quarterbacks, right? Both from a personality and play style. And I thought John Harbaugh handled that deftly. So it's not just, I'm not asking you to buy stock in Jackson Dart necessarily. I'm asking you to buy stock in John Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you will get to see the top 2 quarterbacks from last year's draft, or 2 years now's draft, in week 3 when the Titans go to
MetLife.
Correct.
That's the first road trip of the year.
New York, New Jersey Stadium.
The first potentially winnable game, but for the Giants.
How dare they call it New York Stadium? Just call it New Jersey Stadium.
Giants open up with Cowboys at home, then go on the road to the Rams, then they come back home. So coming off a West Coast trip, but they will welcome the Titans in Week 3.
Hmm.
And then it gets a little easier for them. Week 4 Cardinals, Week 5 Commanders, Week 6 Saints. So they get a little stint there with some winnable games. Then they get the buzzsaw that is the Texans.
Did you think the Pete Carroll thing was going to go that badly?
Yes. I remember us arguing about this on the air.
Robert was on that.
That Raiders team was not built to win.
Robert pushed back on you, if I remember correctly, saying they're going to be terrible. And they were terrible.
They were the worst team I saw last year.
They were really, really bad.
And I covered the Titans, and the Titans lost that game. I mean, straight up, the fact that the Titans lost that game is what got Brian Callahan fired. That was the end-all, be-all. But I don't know. Did you think Chip Kelly was going to crash out that hard? The roster was bad. Nobody was disputing the roster. But I was stunned by how quickly. I mean, Chip Kelly didn't last the year.
Did you see him?
Yeah, him and his hard hat. You see this Northwestern picture?
Oh, look it up.
Lucas, please
don't
Google
even
this picture right now.
Yes, I did. I did, actually. Because
At Northwestern?
In the new stadium, yeah.
He looks like an Oompa Loompa.
And I had completely forgotten he took the OC job at Northwestern.
Dude, what a tale of two cities, because he was Ohio State's OC. They won a national championship with Ohio State, then took the job in the NFL. He was like, okay, finally, I'm
highest
back.
paid coordinator in the NFL, right?
And then
fired in season as the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. Think about his career. That dude has had a fascinating career.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was one of the most revolutionary minds in football. We talked about him. When I first got here in 2015, we talked about him as the Titans head coach all the time because of Mariota. Because he was the next guy. And then he took the Eagles job. And
we're good at first.
They were good, but he made some weird personnel decisions. Who was the Chargers running back? Was it Ryan Matthews?
Yes.
That he signed with DeMarco Murray? Both huge deals. And that's how the Titans ended up getting DeMarco Murray, because Chip Kelly's bad with the money. Just handing it out to all these running backs. Anyway. I don't think he's going to go full Pete Carroll, but it was crazy to see how quickly I went from thinking, oh, Pete Carroll, highly competent human being, can still do this job. Tom Brady, good infrastructure, all these things. And that was just the stuff of nightmares.
But why is it a good infrastructure?
In Vegas?
In Vegas, yeah.
Spytech and Brady being on the same page and being in a situation that was their first year together. I thought, okay, ownership will give that time.
Yeah, but
to coalesce.
We don't know if it's a good infrastructure, right?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
No, famously, it's bad.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't know. Spytech, the resume, Brady, they've worked together.
I do think it matters to simply have people on the same page. It's one of the biggest red flags about the Titans is that they let Callahan just kind of linger when they hired Mike Borgonzi.
I think that's one of the biggest detriments John has working against him this year is he wasn't exactly allowed to handpick his staff. Not that he wasn't allowed. He wasn't getting the return on investment on his staff.
In Baltimore?
No, in New York this year. He probably didn't want Matt Nagy as his offensive coordinator.
No, he wanted Browns coach.
Right.
Monken.
But Monken gets the head coaching job with the Browns. He wanted Zach Orr as DC, but then Zach Orr decided that he would be better going to Dallas and kind of starting over as a positional coach. He ends up getting former Titans defensive coordinator. His name slipped me.
Denard Wilson.
Thank you. So I don't think John exactly, and Anthony Weaver was a finalist for that position, and Anthony Weaver decided to go back to Baltimore and be a non-play calling defensive coordinator.
He got his pick of jobs, but then he didn't get his pick of staff, which was interesting because he was the first name off the board, right? He was the first coach.
Stefanski was very quick. Stefanski was the first coach hired, I believe, for the Falcons. They moved insanely quick. Yes. Because he was the favorite.
That's right, because they kind of dragged the Harbaugh thing out for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so all that to say, I don't think it's a full Pete Carroll type of situation, but I don't know, Robert. I'm more skeptical of this setup, but it's not just because the cringy team meeting thing that has been making the rounds. I asked Robert to pull it. I don't think we necessarily needed to play it again here.
John, here is my preseason prediction for John. John will win some games that he has no right winning, and he will lose some games in baffling fashion.
New Vrabel.
Yep.
Is that good enough for the Giants?
For the time being, I don't think this is a one-year voyage, right? They're going to give him the benefit of the doubt moving.
He's 70? No, he's not that old.
66, I want to say.
He's in his mid-60s, and Pete Carroll...
63.
Okay, so You know what I mean? Pete Carroll was coaching last year. He was 73. So theoretically, you could still have a decade of John Harbaugh left doing this job. 615-737-1045, the number if you want to jump in. You want to do some NFL training camp storylines?
I do.
Is this like headlines? An actual NFL headline segment ahead of the NFL season? We'll do it next. Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. I sent in our training camp interview list yesterday. Look at him. He's glowing. He's glowing back there. You need a cigarette? You've already had so many.
No, I had one today. I'm cutting back.
Well, that's because you only had one to smoke.
Well, I bummed one, but I told myself I didn't have any cigarettes coming to work, and I said, I don't need it. I don't need it. And I was like, dude, it feels so good outside, though. Don't you want to smoke a cigarette? Come on, let's put a cig in that mouth.
It's what the third tequila soda says to me at Lakeside.
So I've had one cigarette today, and that's all I plan on having.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well done by you.
We like that.
So, yes, we're excited for training camp. We are excited for training camp, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Very good. I asked, foolishly, Rhett Bryan, the executive producer extraordinaire of Titans Radio, whether or not the forecast for next week was going to be as favorable as this one. And he looked at me and he laughed. He laughed at me because, of course not. It's going to be the surface of the damn sun when we're out there for the next 2 months. But that's okay. Football.
It makes you feel like you did something. Makes you feel like
we didn't do anything but sit there.
Yeah, right? Everyone else are the ones doing something.
Wait, literally, we are watching other people. Oh. Again?
Football. Okay, I'm done.
Put them back in the box until we actually have, like, oh, God.
God, I love football.
Football. So, yeah, football next week, all week. We got a Tuesday press conference with Mike Borgonzi. We've got a number of players speaking on actual report day. And then the first practice of which we will be at is Thursday. We have a number of players and coaches that we have requested to be on the show. Ramon and Will also be at training camp. I know their schedule is a little different. So they are going to have interviews off the field. And we'll have a couple of people join them before things get going in the morning. But both shows will be out there. And, of course, all 4 shows will have excellent training camp coverage. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to, hopefully better football as a part of the football season this year, too. How do you want to do this? Do you want to do this headline style? Do you want to, Lucas, you want to lob these things up and let us react to it? How do you want to do this? Biggest storylines in the NFL as training camp. Training camps have already begun. And by the way, we mentioned this at the top of the show. Nick Scourton, the Panthers linebacker who we were talking about yesterday, torn ACL. He's done for the year. He made it about a half hour into his first training camp practice of the offseason. It's a very unfortunate situation, but he was carted off the field. So just as football giveth, football taketh away.
So we start with the Titans. So as you mentioned, ESPN did this training camp preview piece, projections for all 32 teams. Yep. It's an NFL Nation piece. So that would mean Tehran is the one contributing on the Titans end.
Thank God.
Yeah. Biggest storyline. TD says, can offensive coordinator Brian Daboll help Cam Ward become an elite quarterback? I think we all agree on that one. Coach Robert Saleh handpicked Daboll to work with the quarterback because of his previous experience, most notably with Josh Allen in Buffalo. Daboll said 2 key components to making the situation work are establishing a relationship with Ward, the person, and seeing the game through Ward's lens. Unlike with the previous staff, there are no plans to tweak Ward's throwing mechanics. The footwork will, however, be a focus area. Ward's accuracy has been questioned. Daboll helped Josh Allen raise his 52.8 completion percentage as a rookie to 69.2% in his 3rd season.
Nice.
Completion percentage alone does not tell the whole story, but with a solid depth of target, it can be a good indicator of improved overall accuracy. So, writ large, TD's biggest storyline for the Titans in camp, can Cam Ward make a leap under Brian Daboll's tutelage?
So as a camp storyline, I absolutely agree, right? As a season storyline, does the offensive line allow Brian Daboll and Cam Ward to accomplish what they need to accomplish together? But, of course, that's what training camp is in part about figuring out. I like the distinguishing factor here because he says that they don't plan to tweak what? His throwing mechanics. So they're not necessarily messing with the way that he throws the football. What they're working to get in line is his footwork with his throwing mechanics. Because he has otherworldly ability, Cam Ward does, right? He has playmaking ability plus. So, in order to find the more consistent version of the player so he can't survive, Lucas, making jaw-dropping plays and throws across his body out of structure. It's not a sustainable way. It is good for him to have. It's a great tool for him to have. He cannot survive that way. Yes, we agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah. We were just both agreeing with you.
Did somebody just sign? What happened?
No.
Robert was asking me a question about a soccer player, which makes me happy.
Okay, you two talk about Cam Ward then.
No. What were you doing right before this thing came on? You're like, here's when I'm going to be out. See, this is what you can make up for it. When you're here, you let me and Lucas have side conversations while you carry the water.
Okay, that's fine. They're not going to mess with the way that he throws the football.
18 years old. I'm not talking back to him. Hold on.
For Nashville SC, you're looking at roster transactions. You know there's no way I'm going to be able to concentrate if the two of you are having side conversations.
Come on,
I can't do it. I can't
First
do
of
it.
all, you do this all the time.
What?
Well, and I'll be talking, and then you're just having a full-blown conversation with Robert.
It's more important for me. It's more important for me to do that. It's way more important for me to have side conversations because the side conversations are, do you have the audio that he's getting ready to call for?
He was asking me about this center back that plays for Philadelphia Union that just scored his debut goal that is 6'7".
He's huge. He hits a major header.
Kroll beat both of you to the punch.
He did the thing.
Get this guy. So he would be eligible to be on the World Cup team next year.
Yeah, sure. I mean, 18
Whose
years
spot
old.
would he have to take? He's a center back.
I mean, we need center backs.
Okay.
Desperately need center back help.
Let's start recruiting for next World Cup,
Keep an eye on Neil Pierre, U.S. Youth International for Philadelphia Union.
Where's his country of origin? Like, would we have to compete with someone else?
No. He's American. He's from
I didn't
Pennsylvania.
know with Pierre.
He's fair enough. He is a Philadelphia Union homegrown academy product.
It's his last name, not his first name.
Oh. That is correct.
Yeah, he is American.
Anyway, sorry. I just wanted to know about this guy.
How did he just popped up on your timeline that there's this 6'7", 18-year-old soccer player?
Literally in the comment section as we were starting this conversation says, finally, football, not football.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
Don't be.
We're doing this for you.
Doing it for me.
We're not doing it for us.
Well, then read.
The hell was that?
What was that?
I thought it was your phone again. There was like a baby screaming, and Lucas just goes, no, it's my phone.
Dad?
What the hell's going on out there?
Someone took a tumble.
That or somebody took a shot.
What is the biggest storyline for?
Who do you want to know about?
The Saints.
Damn, I had already scrolled to the Ravens.
Oh, okay. Yes, the Ravens. Read the Ravens.
The whole joke is, what does it say about the Ravens? That's your joke.
I was going to get there.
Can Jesse Minter get Lamar and the Ravens to the Super Bowl? That is the biggest storyline
Jesus.
for the Ravens.
Yep, that's why I don't read these things.
For the Saints, it says, how does quarterback Tyler Shuck perform in year 2?
Okay, let's stick on the Ravens, though, here for a second. Their odds are favorable as far as Super Bowl contenders this year, right? They've got no worse than the third best odds in most sports books. It's not a first-time staff necessarily, but it's sure as hell a first-time head coach. What is a reasonable conversation around Baltimore? Because they do have the talent to be a Super Bowl contender.
I just think those expectations, anytime they're that high, 9 times out of 10, you're doomed to fail. So the only way he could be deemed to have a successful season is if he wins a Super Bowl. I fail to believe that. Maybe in some fans' eyes, specifically the fanatics, but I am a realist. I don't try to sugarcoat things or act like my team is a world beater or the most dominant team of all time. I think a successful season would be winning the division, going to the playoffs, and getting a playoff win. Now, would I be upset if they don't make it?
With the context of a first-year coaching staff.
Right, and I would hope that he has a bye. You know what I mean? I would hope that he could at least compete for the number 1 seed in the AFC. If he doesn't do that, that's fine. But he doesn't need to win the stinking Super Bowl for me to think that this was a win. I think if you can pivot off a coach like John Harbaugh and have a successful season the immediate next year, that's a win. No drop-off.
Yeah.
That's a win for me.
That is the most reasonable level of discussion around this, because how often do we see teams change institutional type coaches and succeed right away? Now, to Seattle's credit, Mike Macdonald won 10 games his first year. I mean, we talk, and you know, obviously Seattle is not in our purview, but that conferences or that division is super dominant as far as the best teams in the NFL. Somehow I feel like we do not give Mike Macdonald enough credit for the job that he's done in simply 2 years. And they just won the damn Super Bowl.
What's the Seahawks' biggest thing? Because I would imagine it would be finding the replacement for Clint Kubiak, because as much of a defensive savant as Mike Macdonald is, an offensive mastermind, he is not. He needs someone else to hold the ship wheel for him.
Are the Seahawks built for a repeat run after offseason changes? In addition to offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, they lost starting safety Kobe Bryant, their third cornerback Reek Woolen, rotational edge rusher Boye Mafe, and half of their 2-man rushing attack in Kenneth Walker III. It sounds like a lot until you realize the Seahawks re-signed every other free agent. Now, that's interesting. How often do you see that on a Super Bowl team? Re-signed every other free agent who contributed to their 17-win season. Did not have any cap casualties and kept more of their roster intact than most recent Super Bowl winners. Kubiak's departure might be the biggest of the 5. It means Seattle will be relying on the first-time coordinator in Brian Fleury.
I think it is
Fleury?
Slightly minimizing to say they lost half of their rushing attack. No. They lost the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
They lost the dominant part of their rushing attack.
Because the fact that Charbonnet wasn't in the Super Bowl.
Oh, and why is that? Because he's injured. You know where he's at right now? Still in the tub.
Oh, really?
Still not practicing.
It was an ACL, though, right?
Right.
And Patrick Mahomes is just out there.
So first-round pick, Jadarian Price, insert him, who was the second-best running back on his team in college, could now be expected to carry a much heavier load going into the season. I think it's tough to repeat doing any championship in sports, but running it back immediately in a game where I wouldn't say that game exactly inspired me about Sam Darnold. Probably the worst game of the playoffs for Sam Darnold.
No, for sure. Because his best was the championship game by a mile. I mean, he was awesome. But that's what they needed, right? They didn't need him to be Super Sam,
right?
In that moment, I suppose Super Sam is.
He plays for Nashville SC.
Is here, yeah.
Super Saiyan, Super Sam I am, maybe.
Super Seer of Ghosts.
Yeah, he's the Ghost Buster now, dude.
I don't know. Let him lose the Offensive Player of the Year. Let's see how many more Caspers jump up in front of him. People are asking in the chat, what was the name with the gelato and the espresso? What was the place? Lola's. And we are, it's a no free ads type situation, but I love Lola's and I love Josh Griffin, so go to Lola's.
And you know what else I like? I like free parking.
Their location to have that parking lot is outrageous.
It's insane to me that, one, it's not paid to park. They haven't put like a little scrubber there that you have to insert your information into. And two, I'm surprised that lot is not packed. Every time we go there for lunch, I want them to succeed.
Even your chair or your phone?
Even if it's at the chagrin of our
chair.
Parking spaces at Lola's.
You are correct in all of that, but you know who else has free parking? Hattie B's Hot Chicken.
Famously.
That's right.
Famously.
That's
the best
right.
hot chicken in the world. The only thing that Lola's lacks, as a matter of fact, the best hot chicken in the world.
They were smart. They knew that
Stay in your lane.
They couldn't compete, but Hattie B's, spicy gelato. Has anyone ever done
hot chicken gelato?
I don't want to give any more ideas because the last idea I got, one, it never came to fruition, and two, you stole it.
No, it's mine.
It's not yours.
White hot chicken chili is
you
mine.
Couldn't even remember what the hell it was.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's mine. Mostly me, remember?
No, but mostly me. God,
every time I walk into the building, that's what plays.
I stinking hate that. I really, really hate that.
Oh, last call for phone calls. If you got them, 615-737-1045. We did 2 storylines. We had the biggest storylines for every NFL team. We did 2 of them. So very good. We can get to a few more and your phone calls coming up next.
I like that. I'm going to steal it. That's mine.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
Until you played this, I don't know why. I didn't think it was a Friday, but it's a Friday. Congratulations to all involved. Wrapping it up, last call for phone calls if you have them. 615-737-1045. That's the number. Nashville SC is in Orlando this weekend.
Orlando!
Oh. I did that IFL game down there recently. As soon as I stepped off the plane.
Muggy.
Very sad, Orlando. Very, very sad.
Yeah.
Outside of Disney and Epcot and Universal and all these wonderful things, the city, the downtown of Orlando, whoa, brother.
There's more Brazilians per capita in Orlando than anywhere in the country.
Why is that?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Other than Disney, Brazilians love Disney.
What?
So that Disney movie, was it Rios with the birds? I
Rio.
bet
Rio.
that went triple platinum in Brazil.
Oh, yeah. Like Brazilians don't really travel outside of Brazil when they vacation.
The way he said, oh, yeah.
They don't, like Brazilians do not travel outside of Brazil, but when they do, it's to go to Disney.
I wish you should, next time you go down there, you should teach them about Myrtle Beach.
No.
They would be
That's one of our last sacred strongholds.
It'd be the prettiest people on that entire beach.
But that's the thing. Like, they wouldn't have any interest in going to the U.S. for the beach. Like, the beaches in Brazil.
Yeah, you guys don't have airbrush artists on every corner, do you?
I think they have a bike week at Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I know of this only secondhand.
Have you You guys ever? I believe Suck Bang Blow is down there, which is like the big biker bar at Myrtle Beach.
Is that the name of the bar?
Yes.
Say it again?
Look at. Oh, actually, maybe not on our
Yeah,
work
not on the
computer.
work computer.
Suck Bang Blow.
Although you were looking up worse things on a work computer here recently.
No, that's not true.
But yeah, Nashville SC at Orlando tomorrow.
Currently deleting his search history.
I'm not scared.
Pregame at 6, kickoff at 6:30 on the Zone.
There you go.
Yes, that's at Merle's Inlet, excuse me, which I believe is kind of close to South Carolina. But
615-737-1045. Sue Ann is next.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
great. Long time. Where you been?
I know. Well, listen, the last time I called in, Sue Ann, a.k.a. Football Girlie 2, got in big trouble talking about a certain football player and a certain video, but we don't talk about that today.
Okay, very good.
Oh.
So J.C. Latham, I mean, what? Like, I don't understand that he's wounded again. Okay. Then apparently baseball guys have been watching soccer because Tony V got tossed out because a player flopped at the base. And I'm just saying, okay, so I couldn't call in because I was working, but this is the thing that made me Friday smile and laugh. The sweet, sweet girl, Spanish, Spain won. She's riding on the shoulders of her dude. She's so excited about winning that she flips her top and reveals the tatas. But the funny thing was the guy who was filming it, he couldn't get it away fast enough. So I'll hang up and listen.
Oh, that's awful, Sue Ann. That's just terrible.
Where did you find that video?
Where is that video?
Where is that video, Sue Ann?
We need to make sure it's removed immediately after I see it first to review it.
Thank you so much for calling us. Anytime, Sue
I
Ann.
missed that. I did not see. Like,
Don't worry, Robert will rectify it soon.
I'm searching frivolously. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Is she saying like on national television that happened?
Somebody.
There was a case where there was an English woman from England who, I guess a big thing over there is like, show them to the boys, or there's like a chant they have with it.
Yeah,
and
I saw this video.
Oh, yeah, I did too, a couple times, maybe a couple hundred. And they were fantastic. But she shows up at the game the next week, and she's acting like she's going to do it on TV.
That's right.
And I was like, oh, please do it. Not because I didn't see him, but because it would be incredible. Like, we haven't had a Janet Jackson situation like that in such a long time.
World Cup, big month for boobs.
Big month
for boobs.
Did not see Sue Ann. Like Sue Ann was.
She said the tatas.
Dip in and weave in. She went over here with J.C. Latham and then Tony Vitello.
I like the description of J.C. Latham as wounded.
Just a flesh wound. He was grazed by a bullet on the battlefield.
Oh, my goodness. That's so funny. I can't believe the World Cup final feels like it was weeks ago, and it was on Sunday.
It has felt like a bit. It's the first week without the World Cup, so it has felt like it hasn't been a bad week.
Sad. It just makes me sad.
Yeah, I know, buddy. We could not have given you more World Cup if we tried.
No, it was like the best 5 weeks ever. Yeah.
Dadgummit.
What happened?
All of my Facebook Marketplace guys are just like,
yes, so talk to me about this, okay?
What do you want to know?
What I want to know is how you came to this Facebook Marketplace shopping habit, and what is the worst experience you've had with a Facebook Marketplace shopper or buyer?
I am a pilferer. If you're unfamiliar with a pilferer,
You're a pirate.
I like looking through other people's things. My dad, when I was growing up, was an auctioneer.
Or things that people drop on the ground.
And he worked with a guy named Kenny Cruz, who was the business owner auctioneer, and they kind of cycled through it. But if you are the son of an auctioneer, you get to go to these places and bundle like-minded objects together and look through drawers and pilfer through everybody's things. So that's probably where it started. But gas is expensive. You can't always go to everybody's church rummage sale or yard sale or bazaar or whatever term people are using to sell things. So then Craigslist was around, but Craigslist was shady, and it was always grainy pictures, and nobody was ever really selling the full object you needed. They were selling like a handle or a nail or a lid.
Wasn't Craigslist like a hub for prostitution for a period of time?
Partially, and then they squeaked that out. No longer can you post about things like that. So I went to Facebook Marketplace, which was the refined process. Good pictures. You could see who the people were immediately. Okay, we have relative friends, or they aren't a bot, someone that's going to scam you. So I like perusing through. And if there is something that I need, I'm not paying full price for anything if I can help it. So I'll look online, find what comparable prices are, and I'm going to the beach. So I need a good cooler, because my original plan was to go to Costco when I got down there and buy all of the food for the week, right? But then I found out the Costco is 40 minutes away in Wilmington. So rather than make a 2-hour total round trip, I just want to get a good enough cooler, go here to the Costco on the way out of town.
And drive down.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been looking for Yeti coolers. And Yeti coolers, if you have never bought one or even felt like looking at the price because you're too broke like me, they're high. High as hell, high as a giraffe's tail. It does not get any higher as far as coolers go. But so I went to Facebook Marketplace to try to find me one. And I have been, I'm going to say this phrase, and you guys are not probably aware of this phrase, but I have been dickering people, which means to argue over price. You have been trying to get them to lower price. And no one is willing to, because if you guys didn't know, Facebook Marketplace is where everyone sells the most valuable objects in their possession.
The most valuable junk ever.
And they will put in the description, need gone. Doesn't sound like you need it gone that bad, because I told you a price.
Is that what you messaged them back with? Well, if you need it gone, if it's actively a detriment to you, then you should take this, $100 on your $350 item.
Bingo. So I come in, usually I'm very respectful in the front end, like, hey, not trying to spend a lot of money for this, but I'll give you an offer in case you really do need it gone. Here is my offer. Let me know if no one broaches the conversation with you. And generally people will go, can't go that low. But 3 days later, after they've been inundated by every Yahoo and dumbass and Davidson County has said, would you take this for it? My offer starts looking a little bit better. So I started this journey a couple days ago.
You doing that voice is only okay because you sound like that.
Yes, I can make fun of rednecks, fat people, and the ultra pale whites because I am all three. And gingers. Ginger's another one. You guys can't make fun of them. That's our word.
No, I think that's collectively bargained. I feel like we all still reserve the right to make fun of fat people and of gingers.
No, I don't think so. I think I can be creative in making fun of fat people. You guys can just be like, oh, fat fatty, and everybody gets a laugh.
Well, it just sounds mean, yeah.
Yeah, right. It is mean.
Which is why I enjoy it.
It's nasty. So right now, I am getting a bunch of messages back from people who are selling Yeti coolers, who are saying, hey, that price you said, could you do $25 more than that? You bet your bippy I can. I said a low price up front on purpose.
Okay, can you?
They probably listen to the show.
Probably so.
Yeah, somebody cut me a deal. Don't you want to meet me? I'll sign something for you.
Don't you
take a
want
picture?
To meet me?
I told AJ his last day was a couple days ago. I'm like, dude, I feel like I should. Were we throwing you a party or anything? And he was like, no, not really. I was like, do you want to smoke a cig with me or something? I feel like that would be cool for you, right? He's like, no, not really. I was like, okay, well, have a good life, buddy. Nice to meet you.
Would you want a going away party?
If I was leaving,
yeah.
Yes, I would love to bask in my own glory if I ever did.
Glory, is it?
I'm sure everyone
You've
would
been
have
basking in the smell of yourself back there for however many years.
I think it would be fun. We could have it somewhere like Lola,
Nashville Shores.
Oh, I'm gonna rent out Nashville Shores, baby. Let me get this.
We're not gonna rent out Nashville Shores. All right, relax. There's a budget on this going away party. Are you leaving? Is there something I should know about? Anyway.
No.
615-737-1045 is the number. Have you ever experienced the Facebook Marketplace? Because I know people who are sharks.
No.
Like him when it comes to this. Now, he sounds like he's dealing in particularly bottom basement or basement dweller tactics, which is fine if it works for you. Robert, can you put hey, I'm a buyer in need of X.
In search of is what you're looking for.
In search of.
ISO.
So you can, So you can post that you need something and people can reach out to you, or you're just constantly perusing, the nebulous prize bucket of Facebook Marketplace.
I never, and you should never help anyone that posts in search of, because generally they want things for free. Anytime I see, in search of, looking for this, those are the same.
You?
No, I'm willing to pay something for something. I'm just waiting for someone who has low moral standards and low fiscal fiber that would allow me to purchase something for something much less than market. But if someone says in search of, those are the same people that try to sell like chicken wire or like used trash cans. She's like, hey, getting rid of this. Anybody want it? $20. But they're the same people that are like, does anyone have a baby bed? Need a baby bed for my nephew who's spending the weekend. Like, no, you'd have to pay for that, lady. Get him a blow-up
my nephew
mattress.
who's spending the weekend.
Get a blow-up mattress. I slept my entire super senior year on an air mattress. Your 4-year-old nephew will be fine.
You did 5 years?
I did, yeah. For funsies, though.
That doesn't sound fun.
Well, I started...
All your friends leave.
Oh, no. You misunderstand ECU. It's a black hole that sucks people in.
So everybody stays a 5th year.
Everyone's there for their Van Wilder year. You have a lot of fun.
So Van Wilder is 10. Van Wilder is an actual decade. Bert Kreischer. Does it upset you that you could have been him?
Oh, no.
I mean, he's older.
No,
he's been doing the shirtless slob. I mean, that's cruel.
He's almost like Jameis Winston. Like, I'm overexposed to him. Like, the whole funniest thing he did was take his shirt off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also laugh before he can complete jokes.
Yes.
So this thing...
It's that specific laugh. Do you think it's a put on?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
It's the same thing that I have a pet peeve for comedians. Like when comedians tell a joke and they're not getting the laugh they want, and they'll go like smack the mic while they're doing it. It's like, okay, it wasn't funny. If it was funny, you would have got a reaction. You don't need to give a prompt to laugh by popping the top of your mic. It's one of them.
Maybe just be funny.
Anything else you want to know?
No, I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm done for the week. We good? We good here?
Lord, I hope so.
All right, very good. Well done by all. That's going to do it for us this afternoon. We appreciate your participation. Do we have the podcast issues resolved? Are we good on the podcast?
They have been resolved. Good for on Kroll for uploading yesterday and today's.
Well done, Kroll. See you next week.